Happy New Year, podcast pals. Danny here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
You know how it is around here. Nothing but fun. From one end of town to the other, nothing but laughs. We sincerely hope everyone's doing all right this morning. We care. We do. Welcome to the Half-Assed Morning Show. We've all got an anniversary to celebrate today, Cubby. It's the 25th anniversary of, how do I say it again, Wikipedia.
Yeah, I haven't gotten you guys anything yet. I hope you're not frustrated with that. Wikipedia, what a fun thing that's been. You guys ever, well, before I would go down a YouTube rabbit hole, I would go down a Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, I still do all the time.
Do you
on
really?
Wikipedia. More than YouTube, that definitely.
Yeah, for me, it's more YouTube, just because YouTube's like, you know what else you'd like, pal? And YouTube's usually right. But with Wikipedia, you know, for a lot of times, I wonder if you guys are the same way. Watching a show, we'll pause it, and we'll look up, where was that actor from? We'll check out IMDb, or we're looking something up on Wikipedia. So
yeah.
That's definitely become a part of nearly daily life.
Isn't that something? 25 years now of Wikipedia.
Seems longer.
I'd say that's one of my most frequent stops on the godless internet. When I choose to visit the internet, if I'm not on YouTube watching a grainy video of a Van Halen concert from 1982, if I'm not repeatedly checking the weather forecast, like the elderly person that I am, I stop by Wikipedia to look something or another up. I do. I'll look up the discography of a band.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I'll look up an athlete's career numbers.
Yep.
Like you were saying once in a while, how long did One Day at a Time stay on television? You know what I mean? The old sitcom, One Day. And I'll look up, wow, it ran from 73 to 81. Who would have thought? Sometimes I like to look up tragic historical events on YouTube, like the Titanic.
Really?
Yeah, I like to read about dark things that happened in the early before the dawn of time type things.
I like to
That's
check
awesome.
websites for fun facts and stuff like that, and oftentimes they don't really have a ton of information. They'll just say, hey, this happened on this particular day, or like today it's, I want to look up the exact phrasing, but I'll look up today's Feast of the Ass Day, and I thought, well, that's fascinating.
Feast of the Ass?
Feast of the Ass Day.
Rim jobs for everybody.
No, it has nothing to do with rim jobs, disappointingly enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on.
It's a Christian feast, and then, or it was, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. So Feast of the Ass Day today. So that's an example of using Wikipedia to figure out, well, what the heck is this all about? And I don't want that. And if I had it, I wouldn't have seconds. That's gross.
25 years already. That's crazy. One of my favorite details about Wikipedia is that any swinging D can somehow log into Wikipedia and alter history, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are people who hang around and fact-check that history and will straighten it out one way or the other. I think I have that right.
Yeah, it's only a handful of guys, too, or guys and gals that do this, that they must not have other jobs because they spend their entire days correcting, you know, when people can go put themselves as the lead guitarist of a band or something like that.
I love that routine.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like an athlete does something really stupid and then somebody goes on and makes some jokes about that particular athlete on their Wikipedia page.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part. Like when a quarterback completely wets the bed in the playoffs, some angry schmuck will then go on Wikipedia and alter that quarterback's Wikipedia page.
Or if there's a blowout, the opposing team, it's reported as a death.
Yeah.
11 men were murdered on the football field yesterday. That kind of thing.
I forgot about that. That can be a lot of fun. Yeah. 25 years. The first entry took place January 15th, 2001. And all it said was, this is the new Wikipedia. It wasn't the first online encyclopedia. There was another one cooking around the year 2000. That was called Newpedia, N-U-pedia, but it didn't take off because it says here it only let experts write about things, write about people, places, or things. Wikipedia opened it up to, like we were discussing, any swinging D. I love what you brought up about people putting themselves or someone they know in a list of, like I told you before, hell, it was only a few days ago we were talking about the rock band Faster Pussycat. And you got other bands like Quiet Riot, Black Sabbath, L.A. Guns, Anthrax, bands who at this point have had near 100 members come and go over the years, right? Black Sabbath might even have more than 100 people who have gone in and out of that band. And a friend of mine every once in a while would jump on Wikipedia and put himself or one of us in that list of former band members. I love that bit.
It usually doesn't last very long, right?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe some of the more pages that aren't really being searched a lot, it would last for a while. But it seems like on the bigger ones, it's gone pretty quickly.
What a gig that you mentioned. There's just a handful of people who hang around and fact-check Wikipedia.
I'm sorry. It's an instant reaction. Did you see? I stopped myself.
Okay.
I stopped myself.
Oh, no.
You almost stopped yourself. Sorry, I'm going to blow up again about this because I know listeners have no idea what's happening. I've told Josh to stop waving at people who come into the building because it's distracting. You almost stopped yourself as some dickhead had to wave at you again while we're trying to work.
Well, I got to say hello back.
I'm not mad at you anymore. I'm putting a sign in the window that says no waving.
Just black it out like the other windows.
Do I get credit as I did it? I realized, oh no, I did pull my hand
Yes,
back.
you did. You brought it about halfway up. Anyway, what were we talking about? Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
Yep.
Editing Wikipedia pages.
Editing Wikipedia.
And there's just a handful of guys that...
Right. What a gig. So do you imagine, this is what I'm imagining, and I know nothing. You know things, Josh. I imagine some character who works for Wikipedia is just sitting and waiting for an alert maybe to...
That's my guess, yeah.
It chimes on their computer, alerting them that someone has updated Wikipedia, and they fact-check it.
I'm not even sure that they work there. I'd heard before it was kind of volunteers.
Oh.
We had a guy used to work down the hall at Love 105 who he did that constantly. And he was very, very all radio, one of those guys that's really into it. And so he would sit there and update Wikipedia pages for the company and different things that he was really into.
Specifically radio?
It was all radio stuff.
So if somebody went on... do we have a Wikipedia page? I have no idea.
Yeah, because he worked on it. I don't know if he started it, but he worked on it.
So if some random person went on our Wikipedia page and said that Tom Selleck was a former member of this radio show, this guy who used to work in the building would instantly pounce on that and correct it?
I'm not sure about that, but he kind of built the page.
He was one of those I know who
So you know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
All he ever wanted to talk about was radio.
And he didn't have an attitude.
And I think they fired him for that.
Oh, he did get fired? I didn't know you were...
I think they fired him because they were tired of him telling nothing but radio stories.
I think people did get a little tired of that. I hear what you say. But, there's the guy that's like that that's super arrogant. He was not at all.
He was just geeky.
He was like a little kid.
Yeah.
A little kid.
You're exactly right. Despite being a man in his 50s, he was still completely wowed and thrilled by the idea of live radio.
Big time.
Like a child. I liked the guy.
So did I.
But I think he got fired just because people said, I can't hear one more story about that morning show in Cleveland from 1974. I can't do it anymore.
And I thought he was great on the air. That wasn't his main job.
I really liked him, too, on the air. I did.
Very, very good. Youper Jesus brings up on Wikipedia the Boston molasses disaster. I've certainly looked up that on Wikipedia before. The Great Molasses Flood.
Oh, yeah.
It's the kind of stuff I dig, yeah.
And it happened on this day in 1919.
Bizarro tragedies from the late 1800s and just real twisted, dark, old-timey stuff is fun to...
So just like a quick sentence about it, I guess. If you're not familiar with the Great Molasses Flood or Boston molasses disasters, like 2 million gallons of molasses spilled out of at 35 miles per hour and wiped out 20-some people.
Yeah.
Killed them, injured 100 and some more. On this day in 1919.
I think about this every time I use molasses.
Do you really?
Yeah.
We learned that in school, and I thought the teacher was messing with us.
Yeah.
Like, no, that never happened. Just a flood through the streets of molasses.
Crazy.
And how could molasses go 35 miles an hour? That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
35 miles. So when they first kicked in this Wikipedia, again back in 2001, just under 20,000 different entries were added the first year. By 2008 skis, so 7 years later, there were over 2 million different something or anothers you could look up on Wikipedia. I'll be damned. You can read Wikipedia in over 300 different languages.
Wow.
So there you go.
And they're always asking for donations, and I've never done it.
I wouldn't know how to.
Well, it pops up
it's
sometimes.
usually on the front of the front page.
What do they want? Wait, mail them a check?
Yeah, they just ask, hey, this is a free service, but it takes a lot of work. We could use some money. And I always feel bad saying, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, same here.
I always think about it.
Yeah.
Because I thought of how much value it's brought me over the years. And as we were saying earlier, it's almost a daily thing. Probably should.
It's nice of you that you thought about it, because I've never considered it once.
Josh is more the type that kind of thing hits him in the feels. Is that how I say it?
They do provide quite a bit of value.
I got a black magic marker around here. I'm going to make my no waving sign and post it in the window right now.
Well, I mean, how do you not...
Oh, I have one you can use.
Do you have a black magic marker?
Yeah.
What's the problem
how
over
can
there?
I have to respond to a kind greeting?
I know you are...
Can I give a head nod?
No. Because then I'm going to think, hey, he just agreed with something that I said, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at you.
That's built in. I'll agree.
Here's the thing. It's not your fault. This won't be a problem because I'm going to make up a sign that says no waving. I'm going to put it in the frame window.
And then put a frowny face.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
Yeah.
Frowny face. That lets people know that I'm angered.
Yep.
Or a middle finger.
Yeah, I'm going to put up a sign. I can't do it. I know you are wired, Josh, to always be hi, 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 hi. But, we are currently at work.
I understand.
It's time to work.
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Also, they know we're on the air, so why are they waving? It's kind of like when we do live broadcasts.
That's exactly what I mean. We're working.
Yeah, and people we're doing a live broadcast. We're on the air, we're talking, and people will walk up to the table to try to talk to us as we're doing the show. It's like,
how do I spell waving? Is it W-A-V-I-N-G?
I
Yeah.
think it's P-E-N-I-S.
What the
no penis?
No penis. And then a frowny face. Warehouse gig that I worked when I was a teenage kid. My buddy and I, who worked together, would always sing out loud to the radio. And so what do they call it in the business? Our foreman, the warehouse manager, put up a big sign on the wall of the warehouse that said no singing because he got sick and tired of hearing me and my pal sing the latest damn Yankees song out loud while we're working and listening to the radio. So he put a big sign on the wall, huge sign, like out of a refrigerator box that said no singing. We got him back because our warehouse manager, sometimes we'd listen to pop music too. And he would dance, and he was an excellent dancer. So, like, this is early 90s. That's why I said damn Yankees. So the latest, Tevin Campbell single would come on the radio, and you older people are going, wow, I remember Tevin Campbell. Our warehouse manager would, boom, 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 boom. You bust out these awesome dances. So we put a sign next to his no singing sign that said no dancing. And so we had this rivalry going back and forth over who could sneak in a little bit of singing and maybe he could sneak in a little dancing without anybody looking. Frowny face, you say, Ashley?
Yeah.
Here it is. This will send the message. No waving with a sad face. I need some tape.
That is a disappointed. That's more disappointed than sad.
Yeah.
It's a good face.
Like it's kind of shaming the other person.
Remember Tevin Campbell, Josh?
Tevin Campbell?
Tevin Campbell.
No.
He had a song called Round and Round. I'm going back to the early 90s where maybe it was actually 1990 when I was working that warehouse gig.
Tevin Campbell.
And then at the same time, the damn Yankees had that hit single, Can You Take
that was a big one.
Me High in... So we had a little bit of a competition going there.
I feel bad for Tevin Campbell because his whole life people said Kevin, and he'd have to say, no, Tevin.
Is it Kevin Tamble or is it Tevin Campbell?
It's Tevin Campbell.
I'll pull some deep references out on your
Poor guy.
punk ass.
Question.
Yes.
People are waving at me via text. Am I allowed to wave back with an emoji or a GIF?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I've been doing that.
That doesn't distract what we're doing around here.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
So you said a head nod, not okay.
Mm-mm.
You know what we should do?
What?
I'm going to see if I can buy a light-up sign of someone waving, and then I'll just have a button in here. I can press it, and then it'll light up out there, and it won't be distracting whatsoever.
Sounds like a long way to go to acknowledge someone that you're going to see after 9 a.m. anyway.
It's going to be difficult.
All right. Oh, here's a new term that might already have made it to Wikipedia. We were talking earlier about the 25th anniversary of Wikipedia. Here's a new term. You've obviously heard of a Karen. Someone being called a Karen. Derogatory term. The latest term is calling someone a Jessica.
I always liked that name.
Jessica?
Yeah.
It's a pretty name.
I like that too.
I had an imaginary friend named Jessica.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on. I may have
how
misheard
recent?
you. Did you
When
say?
I was really young.
Oh, I thought you said I have.
No, had.
You had when you were.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that would be so scary.
Was it just like in the horror movies where you and Jessica, your imaginary friend, would sit in your bedroom in the dark and have tea parties and things like that?
I had, her, and then, it's so crazy to think about now, and then a dude named Alex. Yeah, so I would just, I don't know, like hang out with them, talk to them, which is so weird because, like, I had brothers. I had people to go hang out with. I don't really know what was going on.
You must not have.
You wanted a female friend, it sounds like.
Alex
Yeah,
was a
and then
boy.
some random dude to take along.
Jessica was a girl, and these were your imaginary friends, and you went everywhere with them.
Yeah.
You must not have really enjoyed engaging with your family, and we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
I never had an imaginary friend. My sister did.
What was your sister?
I don't remember the name. It was a girl. She had an imaginary friend. But yeah, I never did. My imagination must not be that good.
I had an imaginary friend when I was a little boy, and his name was Bert. And he and we experimented a little bit.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Taught you some things, did he?
Good for you guys.
I would be so creeped out if my kid had an imaginary friend.
Yeah,
I did things with Bert that I would never consider doing with anybody else.
Well, that's because it was special between the two of you.
We experimented a little bit.
Like, why didn't my parents call a priest or something? Like, she's seen people.
Well, yeah, nowadays I'd worry there was like an actual person, that was a little too creepy in their lives.
Yeah.
But you're right. In the horror movies when the little kids are talking to something that's not there, I mean, that's the trope right there. This scary horror. I would think of that too, Ashley.
So the new term you should be looking for is Jessica. Young people have replaced the term Karen with Jessica. It has a different meaning. Well, it does. Maybe it doesn't sound like it really does.
Yeah, it is a little different.
I'll continue. Yeah,
Kind of confusing.
You
but-
help me out, Josh. Karen was used to target older people. Jessica is aimed at younger people. So, see if you can follow this, because this is very important.
Yeah.
Jessica isn't the Karen type that asks to speak to a manager. Instead, she films a 10-minute TikTok video about how she was wronged at the coffee shop. You see what I'm saying?
Those are the worst.
It's more passive-aggressive.
Right.
I hate when people use their following, or I guess, I don't know if you can call it that, but I hate when they bash a business on their social media page and they have a large following. I think that's so bogus.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Like,
Yeah.
especially if it's like a celebrity or something, and you know that it could make a difference. They've got so many followers,
Right.
like you
Yeah.
said, Ashley. I always thought that was kind of chicken crap.
And it's
Yeah,
always something
I
so
agree.
minor, too. It's like, oh, I was minorly inconvenient,
Right.
so I'm going to try to take down this entire corporation.
It's one of those things that's so stupid. It's not like, hey, here's a public service. This company's ripping folks off. It's, I ordered onion rings and I got fries.
Right.
There's a girl I know that's done that, and
Which is frustrating.
it's so funny to me because she opens up, like, anytime she's done it, she always opens up, like, I just like to be honest with you guys. I just think you should know the truth. Like, no, you're just being a bitch.
Yeah. And they act so dramatic about it as if it altered their life completely.
I'm trying to remember. I just saw somebody that I respected do that.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it bummed me out.
When it's somebody you really like, you thought
Yeah.
was pretty cool, and then they get, like, really just awful like that. You're like, dang it.
I'll have to ask my wife because I showed her. I'm like, this is so ticky-tacky. Why would somebody nobody would do this? No, much less somebody who's got millions of dollars. How frustrating. This is from Julio of the 2410 Jesus. Ashley, did Jessica and Alex ever get it on? And if so, did you watch or how'd that work out?
No, not that I recall.
Jessica never asked you to experiment? See, because
No.
Bert put the pressure on me from the get-go.
Yeah, I'm worried about Bert.
He's been dead for years.
That's probably good.
So the Karen gimmick, okay, a Karen is more likely to get right into the manager's face and bitch and complain about how her order is missing hot mustard. Jessica, the younger version, uses social media, very passive-aggressive, this and that.
I think I'd be embarrassed if I complained publicly about not getting hot mustard or something like there's people with real problems out there,
Right.
But I didn't get my hot mustard.
I would feel
Everybody
like-
needs to know.
I would feel like such a little fatty.
Oh, I know a guy who, it's just bizarre. When he goes out to eat or when he goes to a fast food restaurant, they better knock it out of the park. When he walks in the joint, there better be trumpets blaring and a red carpet rolled out. And if one little thing isn't right with his order, he blows his friggin' stack. He'll make telephone calls over and over again until he gets his free meal coupon or whatever he's looking for in return. He'll email the company. It's friggin' obscene.
I wouldn't go anywhere with him. I just wouldn't be able to.
There's some Jessicas that don't like this news and being, falsely roped in with some of those other people. All balls, no peen, Jesus said, my wife's name is Jessica, and she's not going to be happy about this. So she'll probably make a TikTok.
Yeah, see, the reason they went with the name Jessica is because it was the top-ranked name for girls born in the 80s and 90s, making it the most statistically accurate young person name. So prepare to see comments like, thanks, Jessica, or not today, Jessica, under videos of young people being dramatic or out of touch. Some young people, like Josh just mentioned, aren't happy about the name. Some people aren't happy because they call it misogynistic, since there still has never been a male equivalent for Karen or Jessica. I thought there was
I thought there was a Chad and a Todd.
Okay.
I thought those were ones like, don't be such a Todd or a Chad. Like they were kind of like People were using that in place of douchebag or something.
I also had heard that there was a male equivalent for Karen. I also heard that name was Chad. It just hasn't taken the F off.
Yeah.
So there is, and I don't know about the rest of you, but when someone's called a Karen, I don't instantly think of it as anti-woman or anything.
Oh, not at all.
Guys
just
can
somebody's
be,
behavior.
I just mentioned this pal of mine. Oh my God, he'll not only call the company and complain about too much mayonnaise on his ham sandwich. He won't just call the company. He won't just email them and holler and raise hell. He'll inform all of his friends, don't go there anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
That sounds exhausting.
So I torture him whenever he complains about a restaurant. Let's say there's a restaurant called Big Nuts Bar and Grill, right? He has a problem with Big Nuts Bar and Grill because there was a curly fry ended up in his order of regular fries, right? And I'll wait 2 weeks and then ask him. I'll say, "Hey man, you want to go out to eat tomorrow night?" And he'll say, "Yeah." And I'll say, "Yeah, we're going to go to Big Nuts Bar and Grill." I'm never going back. So I like to fire him up, by
651 to 715 Jesus said, coming from the service industry, he's always dreamed of starting a review website that would review customers.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great. A Yelp just for customer behavior.
Yeah, I don't know why we think we're so special now. But there you go. When you're out and about and you hear someone called a Jessica, now you know what
I dated a Jessica, and she was wonderful. You dated a Jessica, and she was wonderful.
Same Jessica?
No, different Jessicas, different decades.
I think I dated her twice. My Jessica.
Yeah, you did date her twice.
I think we tried dating twice. She couldn't keep up.
None of them can with you.
Dr. Andrea Johnston from Gurman Animal Hospital is going to be live in studio at around 8:30 this morning. Think up some questions about your house pet, and later on you can up and ask Dr. Andrea. All right, I got a sign to put on the wall. We might as well get going.
Yeah.
I'm putting this up today.
I need that marker back, by the way.
What do you do with it? Mark things?
Actually, I use it to label the breast milk that I pump.
It's deader than disco.
Oh, no.
What?
Rest in peace.
She huffs it.
I've got what?
She huffs it.
Oh, I think you said hump.
So,
So did I.
Like,
everyone in the room thought you said hump.
I was like, gross. I've used that before. Here's one for you. You just put like
thank
dates
you.
on it or something?
Yeah.
Oh, God, with the gas.
Here you go. Thanks. You're welcome.
Got to get going again. Stupid News is next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag. I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I'll be there. I'll be there in just a minute. Got to get into character here. We had a couple conversations earlier that led to a text message or two. I want to call attention to these wonderful people who contacted us on our Luther Bloomington Kia text line. That number again is 651-989-9393. Go ahead. Send us a message. I talked about an old warehouse gig that I had when I was a teenage kid. Radio cranking all day long, right? Had a good time for the most part. But there were two rules that were posted in the warehouse. No singing and no dancing. Me and my buddy, my pal, who we worked together at the warehouse, we like to sing out loud to the songs on the radio. Our warehouse manager didn't like that. So he put up a sign that said no singing. We got back at him. He liked to dance around the warehouse when the latest cool pop song would come on the radio, so we put a sign up that said no dancing. We had this rivalry going. Got this text message from a listener who says, I work construction, and some of the other trades have threatened to make it so we are not allowed to listen to music anymore because me and several other tradesmen like to sing along to the music, but rather than singing the actual words, we change the words to something wildly disgusting or inappropriate.
I love doing that.
I like that game, too.
Mm-hmm.
Changing the lyrics to a song. I suppose you got to dial it back a little bit or they're going to take that music away from you. I understand the comedy and the thrill of it. And I mentioned, or we mentioned, our guest later will be Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital. Ashley talked about her imaginary friends when she grew up. Offended Millennial Jesus texted in to say he had an imaginary pet. It was a wolf dog named Balto, and we would pretend to bring medicine to the sick kids in Alaska.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's creative.
Is that a reference to
I was going to say, that sounds so specific.
It's a movie.
Yeah, help me out. Gray Tooth, North Ride, Wolf,
no idea.
Wolf Gang. I swear to God. What's that old movie, that old book, Josh? Wolf North.
I think you're specifically referencing the movie Balto.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a movie called Balto.
Oh, okay. What's the classic I'm in Alaska with my dog book movie?
Oh, that's
Gray Bush.
Gray Bush.
The Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild, that's it.
Oh.
Gray Bush, a.k.a. The Call of the Wild. Boy, I forget. Who was that? Jack London.
Yes.
Yeah, we read that in school.
My mother tried to force me to read that.
You guys didn't have to read it in school?
I
shouldn't say have to. It was good.
I have no memory of that.
It sounds really familiar.
I thought it was a reference to Gray Bush, The Call of the Wild.
I got to look that up and see if it says the dog name.
The dog's name was Wolf Mouth, or the dog's name was Dirt Tooth. You'll find it. All right. The Call of the Wild.
Buck.
That was close.
Yeah, you almost said it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe our broski Ethan Hawke maybe starred in a remake of the Call of the Wild, the Gray Bush Adventure.
Let's see. I'll search that.
Could be wrong. There's been a lot of misinformation on the show so far.
Yeah, he's Ethan Hawke. He's a friend of the Brother and Sisterhood now. What a great interview.
Did he
Yeah.
star in a remake of Gray Bush?
Well, I pulled that up. It looks like White Fang.
White Fang.
Starring Ethan Hawke is based on the book.
There's so many dog-oriented Alaskan adventure stories.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell are we supposed to keep them all
You can't.
straightened out? All right. Thanks for your text messages. That was a lot of fun. We're going to roll our way into today's stupid news with a shocking development over at a neighborhood police station. And I bet this year caused a few of the boys at the police station to spit their coffee across. Well, actually, this was in England, so it's more likely they had to spit out their tea.
Yeah, some chamomile or Earl Grey.
Grown folks drinking tea. What a bunch of jagoffs. Anyway,
Never liked tea.
just a couple days.
I'm sorry.
I love tea.
I'm not ripping on it. I just have never liked it.
There's so many different flavors, though. You have to find one that you like.
I've drank, and you can feel free to text if you'd like, throat coat for a sore throat, and that tends to work. I also drank this like laxative tea. Boy, that stuff works.
Oh, does it really?
I'll tell you what. I can't remember what it's called, but I had for a colonoscopy, they said, hey, drink a little bit of this tea. I did, and my goodness, it's almost instantaneous.
Ashley, you like tea?
Yeah.
You ever tried the tea bag? So, Josh, you used to drink a couple of different teas. One was called throat coat,
Yeah, throat coat.
Yeah, that's
and the other was a laxative.
Yeah, it was a laxative tea.
And
It's
it-
called like Smooth Move or something. My wife can tell me. She's the one that
That's
got it.
cute, smooth move.
Oh, yeah, she just texted me. It's Smooth Move.
And it worked
Oh, God, yeah.
because
yeah.
you are crippled with constipation.
Yeah, it's much better now. Miralax.
And
Daily Miralax.
Okay.
Solved. Thank you.
Daily,
I
that
got a butt
sucks.
guy. It works.
Good to have a butt guy.
If you're stuck, which I was in a terrible spot, it's awesome.
I know why and
buy you
how.
some.
I know why and how you became constipated. It's all stress and nerves.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because that I've Googled it certainly several times, and it does mention that. A lot of tummy stuff can be that way.
Throat coat.
They knew what they were doing when they named that.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Same as they knew what they were doing when they named it Smooth Move.
Mm-hmm. Fort Bragg, Jesus says, it's actually called Shy Tea. That's spelled Shitea. Yes, Shy Tea. That's exactly right.
What are we talking about here? Over at the police station in England, they were surely spraying tea out of their yaps because just a couple days after 5 people had been arrested for killing a guy dead, the friggin' dead guy walked into the cop shop very much alive. The peckerhead had been missing for 5 stinking years. But just like some kind of friggin' magic show, here he comes walking into the police station. Sup, he said. He'd been missing for 5 years, and 5 days prior, or a couple days prior, 5 people had been arrested for killing a player dead. The supposedly missing and dead guy goes by the handle of Ismail Ali. The last time anybody in town remembers seeing him upright and alive was in May of the year 2020. A couple days ago, 3 women's and 2 bros were arrested on suspicion of his murder. The cops had been looking into the disappearance of Ismail for years, and they settled on the idea that those 5 people I was telling you about, the cops settled on the idea that those 5 people had killed Ismail dead. But then Ismail himself comes line dancing into the police station and says, yeah, you can call off those murder allegations. I'm good.
Can you imagine, like, you're one of those 5 people? How horrible. If I was accused and had to go to jail, I'd at least like to have killed the guy.
Get your money's worth.
Like, I would never want to kill somebody unless like a terrorist or a child molester or something, but I can't imagine going to jail for something like that.
Well, here's where I'm going with this, Cubby. Yes, obviously, if you're falsely accused is how you say it, if you're falsely accused of murder and you're sitting in your cell, I can't even imagine what a hopeless, horrible feeling that might be. But these people must have been in on it. This is in on his disappearance is what I mean. Because I think it's more than just a coincidence that these people finally get charged with murder, and then 2 days later, Ismail walks in and says, yeah, let those people out of jail, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Or do you not see what I'm saying?
I hear you saying that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they had some evidence that seemed pretty damning, but man.
Somehow those people who were incarcerated got a hold of Ismail hiding in the woods or whatever he's been doing for the last 5 years and said, look, you got to end this charade. We're in jail now.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Here's an interesting telephone call to make right here. Next up for the local cops, they had to get on the telephone and tell Ismail's family that he wasn't dead. Why Ismail didn't make that call himself, I don't know. But the cops had to make that telephone call.
Could you go ahead and call my folks and let them know everything's good?
So
yeah, I mean, if somebody dies and they're gone for 5 years, I mean, like if let's say you got their Xbox upon their presumed death, you have to give that back.
they don't get it back.
Yeah, that's your Xbox
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, once it's willed to you, I think it's yours for good.
5 years you've been gone? No,
Yeah.
that's no longer your Xbox. That's no longer your wife.
Well, right. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if he got all upset about that? Like, you've been banging guys?
Yeah, that's not your business, his wife could say. Hey, you've been gone for 5 years. I can bang who I want after a few hours, a few weeks.
A few hours.
So local law
Your grieving process is impressive.
it's different than most.
You have very good mental health.
My grieving process is different than the average cat. Now local law enforcement is working with Ismail to understand. This is how they put it. They're working with Ismail to understand the full circumstances surrounding his disappearance, otherwise known as, what the F happened to you, dude? Mm-hmm. I bet it started with some side ass.
Could have.
His
Wars have started that
That's
way.
a good guess. Yeah.
Wars have started. His disappearance, I bet it was 100% based on side ass, and things went spiraling out of control from there. I bet Ismail got himself a side piece about half his age. She did things that his wife never even thought of. Next thing you know, he had to F around and make it so he had to disappear for a while. You know what I mean? Maybe he knocked up his side piece. I'm just coming around to the whole GPS movement. My wife,
Right on time.
that's my style. My wife will dial it up in the car now and again when we're a-going summers, where it shows where you're at and tells you your next move and all that. I'm just coming around to it.
So do you just, if you need to go somewhere, do you like Google Maps it before you go or print it, or like we used to do before or after the, was it King's books?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Those were great.
The
Those-
maps?
Yeah, those big maps where it's like you'd have to turn to a certain page to find where you're at. You know, you'd check the back and it would tell you the intersection or whatever.
If I need to go summers on my own, I will still look it up on the internet and then write down directions and put it in my pocket. But my wife knows how to, I don't know how to do it. What do? Connect it to your phone or something?
Yeah.
All right. And so I have been in the motor vehicle while the screen in front of me, shows the car moving around.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's interesting. I don't know how to do it personally. I would love to learn. It's really cool.
You can just use your voice to say, hey, take me to the nearest Culver's.
Yeah, my mom even knows how to use it.
Just
That's
save
a
it.
big deal.
I'm never going to figure out how to use my voice to say, take me to go.
You just said it.
Huh?
That's all you got to do. Exactly what you did.
Yeah, but
there.
how do I make it
You
so...
can press a button. Press a button on the side of your phone there and just say, take me there. And she's like, word up. I'll take you there. Butterburgers. Nice.
I usually get the... Culver's?
Yeah.
I usually get the Reuben.
I like the ham sandwich. Have
That
you tried
is
that?
Interesting.
No,
Maybe some
I
mashed
haven't
potatoes.
tried the... There's plenty of folks out there who are still trying to figure out GPS, like myself. I've never heard of a place called Andorra. It says here it's a touristy spot near France or something awful like that. Anyway, these folks who were tourists from Taiwan, of all places, they had an issue understanding what their GPS thing was telling them, and they ended up driving their motor vehicle smooth out onto a ski slope.
No.
That's so funny.
It's Michael Scott type behavior.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
went in the lake.
Yep.
That's the kind of story we heard a lot back in the early days of GPS.
Yeah, I had 2 issues only. Luckily, I mean, when it tells you to do something that's stupid, most people would realize, okay, something's wrong with the GPS.
Yeah.
One was when they first put in the light rail downtown, it wasn't yet updated on GPS. So it told me to turn, I would have gone like right into a light rail train. It didn't
Yeah.
have those on there. So, I realized I shouldn't turn there. And the only other one was just there was a neighborhood that was all of a sudden they put in a park that wasn't there before. So they kind of blocked off a road and it wasn't in the GPS. So I just had to go around. But yeah, nothing like this where it sent me into a lake like in The Office or a ski slope like in this story.
Yeah, we heard those stories a lot in the early days of GPS. People driving into lakes and rivers and driving straight off a bridge to their violent death because the GPS went sideways on them or they couldn't understand what it was telling them.
Do you guys ever, well, I know, Nick, you wouldn't, but Dana or Ashley, do you ever report incidents on the road? I
No.
always forget
I
you can
have
do that.
before, yeah.
It always asks me to, and I just decline.
And
is
shout
kinda-
out to those people that do it because I love you.
I'm with you on that. That's a cool thing. So, Nick, you can sometimes, maybe even if I don't have my GPS even going, something will pop up and say, hey, there's a car off the road over here. Look out. And then they'll even ask you, is it still there? And you can say yes or no.
I pull into the police station and I tell the police
No,
there's a
no.
car, and they say, is it still there? And I say, I don't know because I
Lot-
drove over here to the...
Yeah, a lot easier than
I
that.
get on my telephone and I call the police and I report.
Nope, don't even need to do that. It's just
Yeah.
it. Sometimes you pop up the little menu and say, hey, look out. There's a naked guy running on 35W.
And this is all happening at Culver's?
No, see, you're
Possibly.
combining two separate conversations.
Yeah, it'll also warn you about police.
Yeah, speed traps.
Police ahead.
I've never gotten that one before.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
That's the one I get the most.
Yeah.
So according to this year's story, 3 tourists, 3 women's from Taiwan were, quote, blindly following their GPS, again, in a town called, or a place called Andorra. And they ended up driving onto a damned ski slope. They realized they might have effed up when their car got stuck in the snow while trying to drive up a ski run. Are you picturing what I'm saying here?
That's so good.
They
What?
just thought
I didn't notice before that.
They just thought it was a really snowy and extremely wide road.
Oh, no.
The gals eventually gave up, called the local cops.
That's a good call.
They admitted they had zero effing clue what they were doing.
I bet your truck would have made it up a ski slope, Josh.
Possibly, I don't know.
Apparently they had snow chains for the tires in the trunk of the car, but they didn't know how to put those pigs on, so they just said, F it, let's call the cops and have them tow us out of here.
Oh, yeah, Wolfpack Softball Jesus, right? We've heard stories like this before, too. He said, or those people that'll be in an RV, set cruise control, and then walk away from the wheel, maybe go grab some coffee or something.
That's the greatest driving story maybe of all time.
They thought it was autopilot?
And as far as I know, it only happened once.
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times. Don't know if it's really happened more than one time, but just somebody had just a total, complete brain malfunction.
This was cruise control
Cruise
related.
control, yep.
This was the story we heard many years ago. Dude's got his big Winnebago, puts it in cruise control, and somehow he convinced himself, and this was so long ago. This is the story. Somehow he convinced himself that putting the vehicle in cruise control meant that Winnebago was going to continue to drive itself down the highway. He goes in the back to take a dump or something, and next thing you know, the Winnebago is rolling over 76 times on the side of the road.
He's back there just getting tossed around.
Going, "Well, my cruise control sucks."
New guy at the Winnebago dealership is in the corner puking his guts out. you
Yeah.
know.
There's poop everywhere if he's back there taking a dump and it rolled over 76 times.
They were dug in deep, these 3 gals, trying to drive up that ski slope. It took more than 3 hours to get them out of there. They had to bust out friggin' cranes.
Oh, my God.
The gals had a good time. They took some pictures and posted them on stupid, what do you call it, social media. They did some, some boob shots and whatnot, flashed their boobs, put it on
cool.
social media. So even after all these years, people are still following their GPS machine into near oblivion.
Wisco Fishing Jesus said he has a buddy who's a cop, and he'll mark one of those speed traps where he's sitting so he doesn't have to pull anyone over. Make it an easy day. That was a weird one there, Chief. Everybody's going the speed limit.
Everybody's cool.
That now that you bring that up, I've always told my husband, I think maybe cops will report that there's a police officer ahead and then not be there so that people slow down anyway if they're using their GPS. Because, I mean, every time I get one of those notifications, I slow down like crazy because I'm like, I'm not going to be one of these idiots.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's keeping folks safe, right? That's what they say they're out there doing, so makes sense. Real Dirt Nasty Jesus says it's like the people with lane assist that think it's a self-driving car.
Oh.
Sure.
I don't like that. I've drove cars that have that, and it doesn't feel right when it corrects you.
Yeah, you're right. I have as well. The first time I didn't realize it, that was going. I was trying to merge. I had my signal on. I don't know why it didn't work. I thought if you had the signal on, it says, okay, this guy's he's attempting to cross.
It says, nope.
Yeah, it just turns the wheel violently.
Fine, I guess. I'm not getting off on this exit.
Here's a guy, and a few people are texted in talking about how their GPS has done them wrong. One individual said his GPS tried to get him to ride his bicycle through an FBI firing range.
My goodness.
Where? Where was that?
I don't know. He said you could hear shots and explosions, and it wanted me to ride my bicycle smooth through it. Thank God there was a big gate and a sign.
On liver number 2, Jesus said a friend of his works at the Winnebago factory, and he remembers having to rewrite the owner's manuals. Hey, stay behind the wheel.
That ain't right. What else are we talking about this morning? Oh, sure. Okay. Down there in the godforsaken, unlivable, far southeastern part of the United States, the local cops down there had to hand out a ticket to a smartass who was using some kind of cute trick out on the road. The cops said this: the guy was driving up and down and all over town using an illegal plate obscurant device. If I could have edited that into something different, I would have, but he was using an illegal plate obscurant device. The dude was pulled over originally for this or that, and that's when the police noticed something was different about the dude's license plates. It says here the driver was fingering some type of remote control while driving that would obscure the letters and numbers on his license plates.
It's like James Bond type stuff.
That sounds sweet.
It does sound sweet.
It sounds sweet, but it's illegal.
Most cool things are.
That's a good point.
Ain't that
Is it cool? You can't have that then.
Ain't that the friggin' sad truth? I'm sorry to say there are no details on the gimmick itself. I wish I could tell you what that remote control was exactly doing when he hit the button. You got any guesses, Josh?
Like in the spy movies, they'll hit the button and it flips the other side as a different license plate.
How in the hell do you accomplish that?
Oh,
How do you build that at home?
It's impressive, right?
Jesus.
Pretty cool. Did you guys notice I got new license plates?
No.
I did, actually.
Did you notice that?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
Did you intentionally do that because of what the old one was?
Yes.
Okay.
The old one was just by sheer luck radio station related, right? It had basically it had 937, right, and then an X in it. So people thought I was like a douchebag that got personalized plates for the radio station, trying to, act that way.
You had people approach you and ask you?
Friends would give me crap like, hey, nice, you did it. I told them, no, it's just the luck of the draw. It's just what they sent me. And I was so, I don't know I was self-conscious about it that I ended up just going and paying $50.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
What if you got
I got so much. I got crap from you guys about it even.
I busted your balls about it.
Yeah.
And I knew that you didn't, obviously, I know you well enough to know you would never do that intentionally, but I just busted your chops because of how funny it was, and I had a feeling you were going to do that. I noticed it the other day. I'm like, oh, yeah, he went ahead and did it.
I waited a couple of years.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that when you did do that, it was another show-related thing.
Can you imagine?
RDIO or,
93X Nick rules or something. 27 and still beardless Jesus says lane assist. Do you mean drunk driving mode? Yeah, the only time I have used it really is driving super late at night, just to be extra sure I don't fall asleep or something on the road. So that's the only time I've ever used it.
It would be really useful in that situation. I've never thought about like times you would actually need it.
Yeah, I would think normally you're not gonna, right? Unless you're. Well, I like to do all my texting behind the wheel.
Yeah,
so certainly
that's the best place to do it.
it's helpful there.
On my deathbed, I'm going to hand you, as a gift, Josh, I'm going to hand you official state of Minnesota license plates for you that say Josh 93X. And I'm going to say,
It's your dying wish.
It would mean the world to me, my dying wish.
Oh, man, I'd be screwed.
Yeah, that'd be hard because you would totally do it.
Yeah, you'd feel
Those would
too
be
guilty.
The plates the rest of my life.
I've got more for you online, dorks.
I'm listening.
A few people are calling this the worst invention ever, and I don't understand it. Some schmuck came up. He came up with a device that lets you scroll through TikTok by honking your horn.
Why?
I have no idea. I'll just.
People really need TikTok, I guess.
Again, this is a situation where all I can do is read because I don't know, and you folks can take it from there. Dude runs a TikTok page called Unnecessary Inventions. So I guess this is just a joke, but he really did build it. Here's where I get completely lost, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. The thing is basically an iPad with a magnet on the bottom that sticks to the back of your car. So it's the person behind you in traffic. It's for the person behind you in traffic. There's a sign that says honk to swipe. Every time they honk, it scrolls a new video. I don't get it.
Yeah, so they have like a computer screen type looking thing, and they put it on the back of their vehicle. So if you're sitting and driving behind them,
Yes.
you can see the screen and it's playing a TikTok video. And if you honk, then it scrolls to the next one, so you can just keep honking and watching videos as long as you're behind him.
It's a great way to get tailgated and rear-ended.
Yeah.
Oh, now I understand. How come they can't explain it in these stories the way you just did,
Because
Ashley?
they try to be fancy.
So I'm behind the guy. He's got TikTok playing on his bumper, and it's a youth football game, right?
Yep.
And I say, I hate kids. I honk my horn, and maybe it switches to Britney Spears dancing topless.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Have you guys ever honked because you were horny?
No.
I've honked when I wasn't horny.
You lied to them?
Well, I don't know. I just wanted to be a part of the group. We were at a softball tournament, and some of the girls on the team rode on the back of one of the coaches' cars. We're coming back from Sioux Falls. Rode on the back, in the dust, honk if you're horny.
The girls wrote that on the coach's car.
On the coach's car, and then people were honking, and I thought, what, I'm going to join in the fun, and I honked. I had to tell my wife I wasn't horny. I didn't want to gross her out.
Oh, I don't want the people to think I'm not cool because I'm not horny.
In the all-time history of bumper stickers, was there ever one dumber than honk if you're horny?
I thought it was kind of funny, but I know what you're saying. It is pretty stupid.
I could only think of one.
I bet I can guess it.
Foxy Grandma.
I want one for my car.
Is that what you were going to guess, Dana?
That's not what I was going to
Yeah,
guess.
I knew you. What were you going to guess?
Gas, grass, or ass, nobody rides for free.
That one's pretty bad, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should I save this one for tomorrow, or should we keep going?
Well, what give yourself some extra time today. You got one less story.
I mean, are we really going to use this one tomorrow? Think about it. Really?
Yeah, why not?
So you're telling me I'm off the hook?
We could do it. I mean, you could probably get through this one pretty quick.
Now I don't know what to do.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's the devil and angel on your shoulders.
If I read one more story, it's more work for all of us. If I don't read it, it's work we already have completed for tomorrow.
Correct.
What the hell are we still doing here? Sports is next.
This is a movie where zombies infect people with their diarrhea.
We made a dark satire about medical disinformation, and I don't want that to get lost.
No, it's true. It's a very deep and complex film, but I want that diarrhea explosion. This is a hill I will die on. We are getting that explosion.
93X. Half-assed morning show. Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
He's a good shooter, and he can dunk good.
That's dope. I wish I could meet him because he gave me a lot of credit. He said I could shoot real good, I could dribble good, I could dunk good. He liked my celebration. He ain't do it right, but he was somewhat right. So that's pretty impressive, man. Keep supporting, love.
That is dope.
That is dope. I love that he pointed out that the kid couldn't do the same moves that he could.
Yeah.
I didn't see this video. Who is this kid?
Who is the kid, Dan? It's just like a little kid that wants him in the All-Star game.
Yeah, just a kid who his parents posted a video because on social media you can vote for All-Stars that way. So they posted a video of him giving Ant some love, and the Wolves showed it to him and had him react to it, and obviously Ant got a kick out of it, but yeah, it wasn't too impressed with the celebration he tried to do.
It's hilarious, though.
Yeah.
That is altogether 100% dope. No question about it. But I'll tell you this. I'm not Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for him for the All-Star game. I'm not voting for Julius Randle for the All-Star game. I'm not voting for Rudy Gobert for the All-Star game. These are the guys they push on us when you watch the Timberwolves. It says, vote for Ant, vote for Julius, vote for Rudy Gobert, vote for Jaden McDaniels. I will give Jaden McDaniels a vote. The other three, no. Not until they improve their friggin' free throw shooting. I'm in the business of teaching lessons, Josh.
Yeah, you want the fundamentals to be just automatic.
You should see me at home when these friggin' guys miss their free throws. I can't understand it. So maybe
these are the times you've mentioned your wife has asked you just to ease it back a little bit.
She used to.
She worries about your health?
She used to. But she gets as friggin' mental as I do now.
Oh, she can't even take it anymore, huh?
Yeah, we both come uncorked. So sorry, Anthony. Sorry, Rudy. Sorry, Julius. Until you bastards get up around 90% with your free throw shooting. No votes from me.
Practice it anymore?
No votes. I don't know. I don't know if it's as practiced as it used to be.
I mean, because I see 8th graders at my son's tournaments every weekend doing pretty good with free throws. But they practice them like crazy. So I wonder if these guys they're busy doing other things.
McDaniels does all right when he gets to the friggin' line. But by God.
Josh, it's funny you mentioned if his wife, kind of comments on his overreaction. My wife has taken to videotaping me, just kind of discreetly recording me during sporting events so that she can show me later just how obnoxious I truly am. Because in the moment, you don't quite really realize when you're really fired up, but then you see yourself, you're like, oh, man, I am quite silly.
Oh, so you've agreed with it.
Yeah, but it doesn't change anything. I'm still the same way, but I can see her point a little bit better.
At least my husband has had to tell me to chill out multiple times. It makes me feel kind of bad.
With what specifically?
Usually football related. One time we were at a B-dubs with his mom and dad, and I was really pissed off, and you could tell he's like, oh, this is slightly embarrassing.
Were you cursing and swearing out loud?
Yeah.
Well, at least your significant others record you while you're awake.
What?
Yeah, that's true. I've gotten pictures of Nick sleeping before.
It's like her favorite pastime.
When I fall asleep, she hovers over the top of me and photographs me. And then sends it to people like Josh. I look like just an elderly, dying.
Oh, there's one.
helpless.
You look dead. There was no context at first, and I almost called going, oh, my God, when did it happen?
That's how she tells you.
He passed away.
Yeah, Nick's dead.
I just look so pale and lifeless. And just
because if you've been. And then you kind of fall. You mentioned this on air, too, but when you fall asleep, you do it just like you're at a wake in a coffin.
Dude, that's so creepy.
The way they pose somebody who is the recently deceased. That's how you fall asleep.
My initial sleeping position is that of a body in a casket.
That would scare me so much. When you guys started seeing each other, well, did she already know from you guys knowing each other when you were younger that you sleep like that?
Good question, because when we were younger, we didn't do a lot of sleep. I don't know.
Because that would weird me out so much if I got with a guy and then, we're going to bed and I'd be like, you good?
Yeah, oh, my God, I'm dating a vampire.
Straight on my back.
I'd have garlic in the bed.
Hands folded across my chest neck.
Oh, like The Undertaker would do after a tombstone pile driver.
And eventually you hear this sound. And then I go from there.
You picked him up. You dropped him. Jesus wants to know, Nick, do you also sleep with pennies on your eyes?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Pigs, Jets tonight. All right, we'll take a little breaky break. More news coming up with Josh.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Danny here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. This is Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with people like John Cena.
That's where Never Give Up comes from. I wasn't Brock. I wasn't Roman. I wasn't Dwayne. I was last.
And the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
It's a legitimate interview.
This is Insight with
Chris Van Vliet.
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Sometimes I'll be coming back from school and I'm cooking or I'm eating in the living room or watching TV and I look and I just see him naked and it's just really disgusting and I hate it.
A Los Angeles area neighborhood has a creepy pervert living there, and it's up to you to decide which person it is. Inside a Sherman Oaks apartment building, a resident has gone public about a neighbor whose commitment to natural light appears to include full-on nudity. The man routinely leaves his blinds open and frequently appears to be naked and on occasion appears to be spanking it. Michelle McClintock said the situation has forced her and her son to keep their own blinds closed at all hours. The man's bedroom window, she explained, sits just feet from their apartment and has no window covering at all. McClintock, a mother and grandmother, says the man appears to be in his 60s or 70s.
Loose skin and old balls. Gross.
She said she's recorded the man and tried calling police, but she said those calls went nowhere. With hold times so long, she eventually gave up. She spots him most often in his bedroom, a space with a direct sight line into her living area. The blinds stay wide open, she said, with underwear occasionally making a brief appearance.
Underwears, huh?
Before disappearing again moments later. Asked whether the man has touched himself, she had an answer for that.
He has touched himself.
Oh yes, he's definitely touched himself. I've seen him touch himself several times, and he lays in the bed and you can kind of see what he's doing.
McClintock said one of the reasons she chose the apartment in the first place was the Southern California sunshine that streams through the large windows.
Oh, doesn't that sounds nice?
Yeah.
Since the problem began, she's contacted both her own apartment managers and the managers of the neighboring unit, but says no one has offered to help.
I was looking for California sunshine, but what I got was balls.
A lot of balls. Old balls, gross. At one point, she taped a large note to her window, asking the naked neighbor to close his blinds when he undresses. That note led to a response of his own, a sign accusing her of being creepy and perverted for staring.
Yeah, see, all right, yeah, he's insane.
Telling her to stop looking into his apartment.
Right.
He also wrote that 911 is for real emergencies. He doesn't seem to care, she said. The response I got back was him telling me to close my blinds. I don't know what to do. For now, McClintock says her young granddaughters are no longer allowed to visit out of concern for the silver-pubed pecker poo-pooing privacy.
Old balls. Gross.
A local TV station consulted a legal analyst who said the neighbor's behavior could carry criminal consequences under certain conditions. If he's willfully exposing his genitalia to other people and they are annoyed or offended by it, and if it's intended to direct their attention to his genitalia specifically for sexual arousal or to be sexually offensive, he would be looking at an indecent exposure charge, she explained.
Well, from the story you tell us or have told us, Josh, it sounds like exactly that.
It does sound like it's on purpose.
Yeah.
His claim is, hey, you're being very creepy staring into my apartment.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy people talk.
She added if the man has any prior criminal history involving sex offenses, that situation could escalate into felony charges.
It's always the older guys, too.
Yeah. Yep. When we went to Jamaica to Hedonism 2 early on in the morning show, maybe, I don't know, or late 90s, early 2000s, we went 2 years in a row, and it was I shouldn't say all nude. Half of it was nude, half of it they called it prude. None of the nude people you want to see. None of them are any you've looked up in a magazine.
Sure.
It was all mostly old, pierced British guys.
Yep, pierced. Oh, no.
Oh.
Scary.
And we're in that crowd now, Josh. That was so long ago that,
Right.
we are around the age now.
We were young men then.
Of the naked men we saw. We're all headed in that direction. I don't know why it is, but when we get older, we just want everyone to see our dongs and our vaginas.
Does that mean you guys are going to go back to hedonism too?
That's a little
I don't think so.
long,
Food was awesome.
long ways to go just to show my Johnson to a stranger.
He could get a YMCA membership.
Yeah, there's plenty of different places you can do, but there's something there. There's something about when we get old, we get more and more perverted. So, I mean, buckle up, young people on the show.
When I was a young person,
Can't wait.
I didn't think I'd be masturbating into my 70s. But it does seem like you hear stories like this. You're going to do it, and you're going to do it in a public place.
Well, they say the old folks' homes are the horniest places in the country.
You do hear that. A lot of STDs passed around
Right.
with pudding cups and whatnot.
There's nobody masturbating in their 70s.
We just heard about one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't? What about when you're in your 70s? Will
No.
you feel differently?
Hopefully not.
What's the cutoff age, Ashley?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, when are you too old to masturbate?
That's a good question. 50?
That is a really
Maybe
good.
60?
Yeah, she's right.
50 or 60?
Yeah.
So you got a decade in between where it's still okay?
Yeah, you should be tired.
Yeah.
Once you get to that age. You ain't got time for that.
Yeah, you use your energy elsewhere.
Yeah.
I can't handle the guilt. Not at all. A rookie Queens officer bared every inch of her naked body in pornographic images she posted to her OnlyFans account, and she might be fired for it. 28-year-old Dana Bettino became a cop last April. In dozens of explicit photos, she posed bearing most of her private terrain, including her service revolver for a Re-vulva, and getting frisky with an unidentified friend, a lady friend.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Yes. She should be immediately terminated, a police spokesperson said. There's no place in the department for that. I think they should make a place.
Yeah,
A whole division.
We can make exceptions sometimes.
Who's this stiff?
I know.
She should be immediately terminated. What's your problem, bro?
Bettino, the raven-haired and belly-ringed babe, took down her page in the last few days after fellow officers began sharing those images. Applicants to the force must fill out a form disclosing all sources of income, but it remains unclear how much she made on the platform. The starting salary for an NYPD officer, however, is $60,884. Critics are now asking why the explicit material failed to surface during the department's candidate vetting, a process that includes extensive background checks and a deep dive into social media, or at least it's supposed to.
Well, they got bigger problems.
Because she remains a probationary officer, she could be dismissed for conduct unbecoming. The police union, however, offered a measured defense, noting she didn't break the law, even if she may have bent expectations. It wasn't clear when she made her last post. However, a source familiar with the case said she created the account before joining the police department. The episode echoes a 2022 case in Detroit where a rookie officer was suspended and later resigned from her own pornographic OnlyFans page being exposed.
Pornographic OnlyFans page.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It seems like if she's doing it on her own time.
We could use all the cops we can get these days, it seems. So if someone wants to make an all-girl porno on the side, I think I can.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, as long as she's not like in uniform and then takes that uniform off for this, I mean.
I can deal with it.
No, it's not like she's filming content in like the cop car or something.
Yeah, with suspects.
Yeah, it makes a difference. Two Alabama women have taken their complaints from the exam room to the courthouse, filing a lawsuit which accuses a local physician of harassment with an especially strange grooming agenda. Using the names Jane Doe and Mary May, the women filed a complaint Thursday against Dr. Edward Witt. According to the filing, the alleged misconduct began in September 2024 for Doe and January 2025 for May, then lingered for months with an uncomfortable persistence. The women allege Dr. Witt repeatedly required them to shave his thighs and calves, a ritual which continued through spring of last year.
This guy...
Shave me. Shave your boss.
Oh, they worked for him?
Yes.
And they went ahead with that?
They felt they had to.
I mean, like, whatever. I'll shave your calves for you. I don't care.
You shaved my back once, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, remember that?
On air.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What is it that these people do for a living again, Josh?
They they work for the physician in some manner.
He's a doctor.
Yes.
And they went ahead with shaving his thighs and his calves. Okay.
They did, yes.
All right. So I guess I'll just have to accept it.
The lawsuit this is all alleged, of course. The lawsuit states the incident served no legitimate medical or business purpose and sat well outside the boundaries of their job descriptions.
Yeah.
One episode described in the complaint places Doe alone with Dr. Witt in his office, where she said he dropped his pants and asked her to shave his legs. She further alleges he directed her to areas near his genitals, like, ooh, right there, that's right by my balls. The razor the lawsuit suggests was only part of the problem. Beyond the leg shaving, the women accused Dr. Witt of repeated invasions of personal space, commentary on patients' appearances, and showing them patient profiles he found on adult websites. Both women were terminated July 10th, one day after they refused to be alone with Dr. Witt in the office due to his alleged behavior. The complaint states Dr. Witt sent each of them a text message saying, "We will no longer need your services."
Geez, after one day?
Those firings came weeks after an encounter at the office involving Dr. Witt's wife, during which the leg-shaving incidents were discussed, a domestic footnote that now sits uncomfortably inside a legal filing. So far, the meticulously maintained physician has offered no comment on allegations of self-assisted manscaping.
This guy sounds a little different.
Yep, having his staff shave his, I guess that was kind of the goal.
I guess, and again, I'm shocked that any grown person would follow those orders.
From private shaving to public meltdowns, here's another example of a doctor behaving badly. Last week, a Georgia surgeon made 2 points clear. His bedside manner needs refinement, and he's a giant baby who reacts poorly when his ego is not carefully coddled. The surgeon was working as a general surgeon at St. Mary's Sacred Heart Hospital in a small town in northeast Georgia last Thursday. Earlier in the day, he spoke by phone with a patient about a procedure she'd undergone. According to police, the exchange soured when the patient raised concerns, and the surgeon grew angry, eventually screaming at her. The call ended. The matter, however, did not. Not long after, the scalpel jockey demonstrated conduct better suited to a nursery ward than a hospital ward. He entered the hospital room where the patient was recovering. She told police he rushed at her aggressively as if he were going to strike her. 2 nurses nearby said they saw the confrontation unfold, telling officers the surgeon got into the bedridden patient's face and began yelling at close range. When questioned later, the nurses reinforced the patient's account. One said she intervened directly, physically pushing the surgeon away from the patient as she lay in her bed. Authorities declined to disclose specific details of what was said during the phone call and what preceded that incident. The thin-skinned surgeon was arrested and charged with simple assault.
You freak.
Yeah, he doesn't like criticism, I guess.
Just hollering and screaming up and down.
Yeah, he went nuts. Police sometimes field unusual calls, but this one reached gastronomical proportions. In Jacksonville, Florida, a late Monday night knock arrived at 11:48 p.m. When the homeowner answered, a stranger stood outside and asked the resident to make him a pizza. The answer was no. A near-midnight solicitation for oven-baked carbs on a work night carried the possibility of trouble, so the resident called the cops.
Total stranger comes to your door, knocks on the door late at night, and asks for you to make them a pizza.
Yeah, you open the door, he says, "Make me a pizza."
I think I'd call the police, too.
Officers spoke with the homeowner, then canvassed the neighborhood in search of the would-be customer. They located him shortly afterward and offered him a firm reminder that the address was closed for business, advising him not to return to that house. They never said if he was drunk or on something or what.
It's very strange.
A train worker's been derailed from his career after first-class passengers were unknowingly fed sausage rolls salvaged from a garbage can.
Oh.
A culinary caper he later portrayed as a customer service crusade gone awry.
Actually, I take back my Depends what kind of state the garbage can is in.
Yeah, I agree.
The employee maintained the episode had been misconstrued, insisting he was merely, quote, going over and beyond for the customer. Peter Duffy, then employed by London North Eastern Railway, stood accused of retrieving sausage rolls from a garbage can, preparing them, and arranging for the return to polite society via a colleague. CCTV footage captured Duffy lifting the food from the trash, after which the recording suggested the rolls were plated and reheated before being discreetly delivered to unsuspecting passengers by another train employee. Both workers were suspended while an investigation by the railroad operator was conducted. The affair surfaced after a fellow crew member reported hearing laughter coming from the kitchen shortly before the garbage grub was served, then noticed the discarded sausage rolls had vanished from the garbage and filed a complaint. During the investigation, Duffy characterized himself as a person who goes over and beyond for the customer. He elaborated, I clearly took them out as there were none left for people in first class. We had totally run out. I have just gone too far for the customer in my mind, the delusional Duffy declared. He also claimed he'd been suffering that day from a recognized condition known as transient global amnesia, a sudden and temporary interruption of short-term memory.
Well, this guy's got some stories, huh?
Yeah. However, the judge said Duffy's actions were not something he could blame on his self-diagnosed disability.
Kind of makes me wonder how many times we've been served food out the trash can when we're eating at a restaurant.
Yeah, I bet it's probably happened over the years, right?
You know, you order a quesadilla, they're all out, but there's some left in the trash can from somebody an hour ago, and they make it work for you.
Or it fell on the floor and it was picked back up.
I can live with that.
Streaming today on Paramount Plus, the series premiere of Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Oh, dude.
A spin-off of Star Trek Discovery. Under the watchful and demanding eyes of their instructors, a young group of cadets discover what it takes to become Starfleet officers as they navigate friendships, rivalries, first loves, and a new enemy.
Oh, my God. Are you still dialed into the whole Star Trek thing, Josh?
Yep.
And you're going to be watching this?
You know it.
Pretty excited about it?
Very much so. Two underestimated secretaries at the American Embassy in the 1970s Russia become CIA operatives after their husbands are killed in the series premiere of Ponies on Peacock.
Ooh.
Starring Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones?
Hubba hubba, right?
Wah-wah-wee-wah.
And now on Netflix, Agatha Christie's Seven Dials. In 1925, a country house party prank turns deadly, and a young socialite is determined to investigate the murder of one of her friends.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
That's the one. That's the one. Drew Brees is 47, his hairdo about 6. Turkey Butt McGee texted in a happy birthday to his wonderful wife, Megan, today. Happy birthday to dairy farming redheaded whisperer Jesus, and a shout-out to Nutter's Speed Shop from Goat Trucking Jesus, and that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
You know, that was a contract year, and that was one of the most up and down years off the field that I had in my life too, man. I just asked my wife to marry me, man. I was doing this freaking celibacy thing, like literally refraining from sex, man. My parents were talking to me about shacking, like in the South, shacking is like when you living with your significant other, you know, in a house. Like we had to eliminate that, bro. I literally bought a property and stayed away, you know, from my house. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
you were
bro,
wound
it was
up
so
back
much
there in the pocket, man.
It was so much going on, bro.
Don't take a black light into that house.
So much going on, bro. Again, I think I'm getting there, Josh, with this new pronunciation of bruh.
I think so.
Yesterday, we heard Anthony Edwards say, bro. Or, no, he said, bruh. And now Jameis Winston, bro.
Here's the Edwards one is in this clip.
It's so friggin' cool sounding.
It is cool.
I have to commit myself over the weekend What do you have on audio?
This the one you referenced about Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
I was like, oh, you ain't see me? I was like, damn. Do I got the shot? Do I drive him? I was confused.
How long?
I ain't never been confused. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I'm gonna throw that to Jew, huh? I don't know what to do right now because he's so tall, bro. Like,
he's so tall, bro. Randy Shaver. Randy Shaver is here. Yeah, let's say hello to Randy, and let's begin the sucking of today's chili dog by talking about something a little unusual. Yet it's a subject that I'm sure we all have an opinion on. NFL quarterback Jameis Winston's sex life.
Something I think about every day.
You heard him in the audio there. He's got a cool delivery, too. Jameis Winston, he went on a podcast. Unfortunately, it was the Kelsey Brothers podcast. God help us all.
It's a popular show.
Oh, my God. Jameis Winston was on the Kelsey Brothers podcast talking about his 20-19 football season. At the time, he was playing for the Buccaneers. He had also gotten engaged that season. But during that period of time, he said he and his now wife withheld from sex. He said he had just asked his wife to marry him, and they did the celibacy thing, like literally refraining from sex.
Literally.
Man. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have sex to your wedding night anyways, so I don't even know what he's talking about. What does he mean by this whole celibacy thing? Doesn't make any sense.
That's right, Josh.
That's interesting. If I understood this correctly, too, his parents were putting pressure on him to hold off on sex.
Yeah, he said, or they told him, you shouldn't be living together right now. You should get your own place, wait till you get married, figure out this whole contract deal, pay attention to football.
So his parents must be religious people or something along those lines, because they didn't like the idea of Jameis living with a woman outside of wedlock.
Yeah, not at all.
And the idea that the two of them might bump. His parents referred to it as Shaq-ing. They didn't like it. So in turn, this is where it all becomes a thing. What's interesting about that 2019 season, where he wasn't tearing a piece off of anybody, he had, I guess, a career year.
You hear that, right, from fighters. They want to be pent up. You hear boxers or MMA guys say,
it's
for,
one of the
for
oldest.
A week ahead of time. Yeah, that's the one you've always heard about.
Except Mike Tyson, he was the exact opposite. He said he'd have sex in the locker room before going out to a fight.
Yeah, Mike's been a little different throughout his lifetime.
Yeah.
Friggin' Jameis Winston, great character. I love that guy.
Me too.
I love his sense of humor. And
he's funny without trying to be.
He comes off like just such a genuine dude.
He does.
But 20-19, he didn't get anything.
Left-handed specialist Jesus says, weird, because most wives wait until after the wedding to start the whole celibacy thing. Somebody else says, wait, I thought shacking is when you put a toothbrush up your butt.
It is, just a different spelling. The toothbrush, there's a Q when you spell shacking. What do you think about that, Randy Shaver? A modern-day athlete. We're not talking about the 40s or 50s here. We're talking about a modern-day quarterback of all characters, right? I mean, I could see an offensive lineman or a punter not getting any action, but a quarterback?
There's still gentlemen left out there.
So, Nick, let's say you get engaged to a WNBA player.
Sure.
And she...
it's Angel Reese, right?
It could be anyone you want.
Nice. Angel Reese.
This is your fantasy. Sure, Angel Reese.
She couldn't handle me.
So, and she says, hey, you know what?
She can't handle the truth.
The playoffs are coming up. I really got to focus on my game, so I got to shut things down.
Okay, are we talking today me or 25-year-old me?
Well, let's say 25, because you're a happily married man right now. So 25-year-old Nick.
Yeah, and she says no sex during the playoffs.
Yes.
What do I do? You're
Yeah,
asking
well, how's
me?
your reaction? Because we never heard what the fiance said about this.
25-year-old me is going to be very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Do you find another athlete to date at that point?
Yeah, 25-year-old me probably does the wrong thing and goes off with something on the side.
So what about 54-year-old you?
Oh, Christ, I can wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
There's a ball
totally
game
fine.
on. I can wait.
Yeah, I can wait. These days, Josh, I mean,
I don't know if Randy
I'm not looking to prove anything anymore, Cubby.
You had a retirement tour from sex maybe when you were 49, saying you were going to retire at 50. Do I have the right age?
No, I was 39.
Oh, it's even that long ago.
Going into my 40th birthday,
My God.
I proclaimed
Wow.
to the world that I was retiring from sex. But I did like a Shawn Michaels kind of a thing.
Yeah, like Kiss or Motley
Kiss,
Crue.
Ric Flair. Name a band or a wrestler. I came out of retirement, and then I came out of retirement again and again and again and again. Isn't that crazy that was when I was 39? That was a long time ago.
I can't believe it was that long ago.
We've shared so many experiences together.
We sure have.
Yeah. Jameis Winston and his girlfriend didn't do a damn thing to each other for an entire football season, according to the story. Let's go back to that Angel Reese scenario. If she's not going to give me any of that sweet Angel Reese action, she's going to send me a lot of pictures and videos.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a loophole there.
Definitely.
I think that's fair to ask, right, Ashley?
Yeah, I think so.
Ashley, have you ever told Randy your saying?
Oh, a picture a day keeps the hose away.
That's what Ashley. That's the way Ashley rolls, bruh.
Okay.
That's the way she rolls, bro. That's a sensible, reasonable.
Tell your wife that, Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how do you know she doesn't already subscribe?
Hey, Randy Shaver, Adam Thielen has announced his retirement from sex.
No, football, Nick.
Football.
Oh.
Could be both.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen.
Well, congratulations.
This doesn't surprise anybody, right?
No.
Oh, of
Nope.
course
God,
not.
no.
Okay,
no.
sure. He's
This
done.
This was all in the plans, and you know, I read a couple places where he could have had the great send off like Harrison Smith and C.J. Ham had he stayed here, and instead he, decided to get cut and go someplace where he could play maybe in the playoffs. He got that opportunity with Pittsburgh. Didn't work out very well, but still got that opportunity.
Yeah, I wonder if he regrets that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he does.
Well, maybe in some way he does, but again, he had a chance to possibly move on in the playoffs, and obviously it didn't happen. So,
Well, you know what surprised me when I was reading about Adam Thielen's retirement? He played a couple days ago for the Steelers.
Yeah.
I thought they let him go as well.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's been playing for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
he had 2 catches for 25 yards in their wild card loss to Houston. I thought that when the season ended, they told him to go home.
Oh no!
Well, there you go. I mean, this Thielen guy, he accomplished quite a bit considering where he came from.
Right.
Yeah, it was a great story for sure.
Yeah. Played at Mankato State,
What?
undrafted, Detroit Lakes kid. Had 2-time Pro Bowler. I mean, he made a lot of money, which is great, and played for the Vikings, and in a lot of ways, accomplished quite a bit. So,
Jesus, you guys ever had this sudden realization? I just noticed that my microphone is just dripping with saliva.
No.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
I've never had that happen.
Probably that conversation about Angel Reese.
That'll get you going.
Adam Thielen, 55 touchdown catches over a 10-year stint with the Vikings. Was he here for 10 years?
Yep.
He's been in the league 12, right, or 13? I can't remember.
Played for Charlotte or Carolina for 1 year, right?
Yeah, something like that.
A year and a half.
Year and
came
a half.
back here.
Things didn't really work out in North Carolina for the kid.
I thought they were going to win the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, that was his plan.
Yeah, he did say that.
Well, you did good.
He did. He was solid for a long time.
Yeah. Not a hell of a lot going on today, Randy Shaver. So I encourage, from any of you, I encourage long, drawn-out, even boring stories. I don't care who you are. If you've got a story, today's the day. There's not a lot going on.
Well, with the NFL playoffs this weekend, if you've ever had the interest in seeing a 4-year-old man ruin his 7-year-old niece's birthday party, I'll give you my sister's address. You can show up at 3:30 on Saturday when the Bills play.
A 70-year-old?
7-year-old.
You're going to a 7-year-old's birthday party, and that's scheduled for the same time that your made-up favorite Buffalo Bills football team is playing?
Playing the Broncos, yep. So if you want to see a 7-year-old's birthday get ruined, come on over. Come on over to Roseville.
Why would your sister do that to you?
It was scheduled ahead of time. At 3:30. They announced a playoff game, and I texted my sister, and I said, hey, remind me, what time are we getting together for my niece's birthday? And she goes, we're thinking like 3:30-ish. I'm like, oh, great.
Who would schedule an event during a playoff game?
A sister who, unlike everyone else in the family, does not care about sports whatsoever.
Well, it's a 7-year-old kid. I mean, who cares?
I asked that. I asked some of my friends that have kids, and I say, when do they start making actual memories?
Remembering? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
they'll remember.
Seven
They'll remember
is definitely
so
a memory year.
In 3rd or 4th grade, she'll remember that Uncle Dana wasn't at her birthday party.
I mean, she might not care.
How many uncles does she have?
2.
Oh, yeah. Well, you won't be the favorite uncle.
No.
If you're okay with that.
Do you really care?
What's that?
Do you really care?
About the birthday party?
Right.
Yeah, no, I do. I love my niece a lot.
Yeah, no,
for
I do.
Christ's
That was a
sake.
confusing answer.
They just want a gift.
Josh, good question. What kind of a numbnuts
moron
schedules an event
just somebody so self-affected
during a big football playoff game?
Right. Disgusting.
What year was it?
2008. Coming up on my anniversary, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah.
On the 20th.
Friggin' Josh drug us out in 40 below temperatures.
Coldest day in like a decade.
To his boring wedding.
It was so cold, Tom Coughlin almost died on the sideline.
Hey, it was catered by Chipotle. It was, it was kind of cool, right?
I wasn't a big Chipotle fan back then.
Dude, that would have been
Josh
so sweet.
Scheduled his wedding the night of the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. That was the only day we could get the venue, and I obviously was focused on that, and I didn't even consider the football game. And I thought, well, luckily it was at a bar, so we could have the game on. But I felt miserable once you pointed that out to me.
And normally I wouldn't get too wound up about the NFC Championship game. Like, let's say it was the 49ers and the Giants. Oh, well.
But it was the Packers.
But it was a Packer game. It was the Packers and the Giants. And I lust for Green Bay misery. So I really wanted to watch the game. That was that historic, colder-than-balls game at Lambeau where, Dana, you mentioned it, Tom Coughlin, the head coach of the New York Giants, he looked like he was going to die on the sideline because the stubborn old bastard wouldn't put on a stocking cap.
Mm-hmm.
His face was a herpy by halftime. I remember hearing stories from Giants players, when they got him in the locker room at halftime, the players were more worried about his health than they were the second half of the ball game.
Right.
But he did not give a pump. He was going to show everybody in Green Bay that cold weather didn't mean dick Ola to him, and they won the ball game. But yes, that was the night that Josh got married. And it was a loose event, and we were able to. Randy Shaver, you were there.
Yeah, Randy was
I
there.
was.
That was great.
We were able to watch the ball game at the bar.
Oh, we snuck a peek or two.
Oh, absolutely. The game was playing in the bar, and you didn't keep us there for very long, probably because you and your pure as the fallen snow bride wanted to get out of there and get it on.
Finally try each other out.
What is it? Compensating the marriage?
Consummating.
Consummating, yeah.
We were
since then it's been compensating. Yes. Consummating.
It's been a one-way compensation.
Really heavily one-sided.
We were at Rick's Cabaret by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was great. You guys, and my grandma, she was alive at the time, and she's like, where are they all going? I'm like, oh, Rick's Cabaret. They're headed out. I'm like, Grandma, you can join them. They'd love the company.
Did she know what Rick's Cabaret was? Did you think it was?
I don't think she had any idea. I sure hope she didn't have any idea.
Yeah.
Is this the one with the delicious rack?
You know what? They were quite perfect. unfortunately.
Didn't
Yes,
you-
that's the one.
And didn't you say, too, Josh, that night that a coworker showed up and took all the leftovers home with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
He showed up, took that, and then he left. That's right. He wasn't
That's
invited.
amazing.
Crazy work.
Wasn't invited.
No.
Wasn't invited. I'm
was
gonna
not.
start doing that. Show them to weddings I'm not invited to. Not to, like the Wedding Crashers thing, try to hook up or anything. Just go to take the leftovers
Yeah, it
home.
wasn't like the biggest venue, so I couldn't invite everybody.
Uh-huh.
One of our listeners has texted in to say he had to drive from the Twin Cities to Bemidji on Super Bowl Sunday for a baptism because he was chosen as the Godfather.
Oh, man.
My son has an out-of-town basketball tournament on Super Bowl weekend, and they might have games during the Super Bowl, which
we played a hockey tournament or two on Super Bowl weekend.
I was kind of surprised that they would do that.
Well, I was telling you this off the air the other day, Josh, that I had a basketball game during the 1998 NFC Championship game. No father has any recollection of what took place during our basketball game. They were all out in the lobby of Hopkins High School watching it on like a 13-inch TV in the lobby.
Good for them. I wouldn't even have shown up.
I think our coach was even like would call a timeout just so he could go out and check the score.
That's funny.
When I was a senior in high school, our hockey coach scheduled practice on New Year's Eve.
Practice even?
When I was a senior in high school. Guess
Are they
how
trying
many?
to keep you out of trouble? Or?
I don't know. Guess how many guys showed up for that practice?
How many?
2.
You weren't there.
I sure as hell was not there. We all told the coach we're not coming, but he still got the ice time.
That ice time's hard to come by.
Oh, this person has an interesting idea. They said, my new life goal is to schedule family events on major sporting days and then tell the family the new TV's broken or hide it and disconnect it.
There you go.
That'll keep them there very briefly if they show up at all.
My first marriage, my wife's cousin decided to get married on New Year's Eve.
I know somebody that just did that. What?
Stupid.
Don't do that.
No, that's stupid. Well, I mean, now I wouldn't care, but when I was 26 years old, what are you, nuts?
Right.
Getting in the way of my New Year's Eve?
Right.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I had friends that got married on New Year's Day. And
Stupid.
That was a little
That's
bit.
even worse.
That's even worse.
I mean,
hungover?
They did it strategically because they knew a lot of people would be in town already for the holidays.
Just tell them it was stupid.
I had a lot of fun.
Call them right this second.
All right.
Make sure they know.
Tank, you're stupid.
Oh, Randy Shaver. Yesterday we talked about Mike Tomlin a little bit, ending his coaching career there in Pittsburgh after 19 years. We also talked about other NFL coaches who stayed with one ball club for as long or longer than Mike Tomlin did. Guys like Tom Landry and Don Shula.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then, of course, John Harbaugh with the Baltimore Ravens. 18 seasons for him. He's gone.
Soon to be with the New York Giants.
I'll go along with it.
Yep. That's going to happen today.
Let's see where you can go with this. Who are the longest tenured coaches in professional sports today across the Big Four? The National Football League, the National Basketball Association, Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League. Who are the longest?
Well, I would say Spoelstra is the longest NBA coach.
He is.
With Miami.
Right. For a stretch of time, he didn't have to coach because LeBron was there.
Right. LeBron did the coaching.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was the assistant coach technically for a couple of years there.
Yes. In Major League Baseball, longest tenured manager right now. I'm not sure I know who that would be.
I'll give you a hint. Money. Another hint would be the town where that stupid Vikings receiver got arrested the other day.
Oh, in Miami?
No, I thought it was in Tampa Bay.
Tampa
Bay Rays manager Kevin Cash.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of Kevin Cash.
Cool last name.
Hockey. You don't know hockey.
I don't. Dean Evison.
Oh, you would have been right 2 days ago.
Too soon, Randy.
You would have been right 2 days. John Cooper of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Football. I'll give you a hint. Overexposure to the point of sickness. He and some of the players that he...
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Yeah. Well, Andy Reid is now, right?
Ashley, please.
that John Harbaugh
Get the spell away from me.
stepped aside.
I'm sorry, Randy Shaver?
Andy Reid now that
Right.
Harbaugh stepped aside.
Right. Now that Tomlin is gone and Harbaugh is gone.
Although, does Harbaugh's streak continue if he signs with the Giants and begins with the Giants? He's still
No, because we're talking about one ball
with
club.
one team. Yeah.
Other guys who have stuck around for a long damn time, or at least by today's standards.
Yeah.
By today's standards, 8 years, 7 years, you go, oh, wow.
That's a lifetime.
Yeah.
Where in the 60s and 70s, guys got a job coaching the Milwaukee Brewers, and they stayed there until they were dead, By today's standards, other guys who have stuck around, Steve Kerr, Dave Roberts, some hockey guys that you've never heard of, Sean McVay, Sean McDermott, Kyle Shanahan, Aaron Boone.
Yep.
Zach Taylor Thomas of the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think you could throw Tom Kelly in that group, couldn't you? Back in the day.
Wow.
Wasn't he 10 years plus?
Oh, yeah. Tom Kelly was 84, I think, 85.
No, he's right before the World Series, so it would have been 86.
86 is when Ray Miller got canned.
Yeah,
right.
86 to
2000, I think.
Wait a minute.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, 86. My God. Tom Kelly.
Yeah.
Tom Kelly. By the way, people are texting in. Scotty Bowman, Connie Mack. We were talking about current coaches and managers who have stuck around for. Ooh, speaking of coaches, my homeboy Sean Payton. He's ready.
Yeah.
He ain't stopping for Dick. Not until he's got that trophy in his mitts, my guy, Sean Payton.
Quite the turnaround, too. He really is a great coach.
Did you just wave at someone, Josh?
No.
Okay.
I hit a button.
No, there's a sign.
I can read the sign.
I saw your right hand went up. What were you doing?
I was hitting a button.
And there's like a...
The button's up high?
There's like a follow-through?
I don't know. I guess I'm not sure. I went like this.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what it looked like?
He does that sometimes.
Just sorry to sidetrack us here, but I had to put a sign up in the studio, in the window that faces the hallway. I had to put a sign up this morning, no waving, because these donkeys come into the building, and I can't. My back is to the window. Josh is facing the window, and they wave at Josh when we're on air, and Josh, being the good Catholic straight-laced prick that he is, always waves back.
Why, you just
And
saying hello.
It's because no, I'm not mad at you. I understand your personality, the way you were raised. You're going to wave back at somebody. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at these dorks who think it's okay to wave at you when you're on air.
It was kind of funny, Randy. So yesterday, or recently, you brought this up, and I understand it probably is distracting to you because you don't see the whole setup. But I started to wave, and I remembered that Nick didn't like it, so I got my hand half up and then brought it back down.
You sprouted a halfie.
Yeah, I did. I got a halfie right here on the show.
All right, sorry. It appeared to me that you waved. Sean Payton was a dick to a reporter at a press conference the other day, and the reporter was asking a basic football question, but Payton still was kind of a prick to the kid.
Sean, having Greenlaw back for this game, his ability to attack downhill and in the run game, just how big is that and the timing of it for this one?
You want him to attack downhill? Is that your like? What do you know about attacking downhill?
That's a good point. I'm not a middle linebacker. Right? No.
That's right.
The kid had a good sense of humor.
That's a.
What do you know about attacking down?
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah. And I've been in that situation too, and you feel so
I
effing
know
small.
you do.
Yeah, it's not cool. I mean, the kid wasn't being a jerk.
No, and he wasn't trying to, out coach him or coach speak him. He just was making a point. You didn't have to do that.
If you couldn't follow it, so this beat reporter for the Denver Broncos, Luca. His name is Luca.
Oh, I kind of like that song. It kind of scares me at the same time.
He lives on the second floor.
Doesn't that kind of creep you out, that song?
He lives upstairs from you. What's creepy about the song, My Name is Luca?
It's just, for whatever reason, It's
about a kid whose parents don't really take care of him. Anyway, 1989, 90, I can't think of the name of the singer. Anyway, the beat reporter's name was Luca, and he asked Sean Payton about returning linebacker Dre Greenlaw and his ability to attack downhill in the running game. And Sean Payton says, oh, you want him to attack downhill? What do you know about attacking downhill in the running game? You don't know. You don't.
Suzanne Vega.
So rude.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, Luca.
Now, if it helps you at all, I guess the two of them, my name is Luca and Sean Payton, got together after the press conference, and they joked around.
No, it doesn't help me.
No.
It doesn't help me.
Randy's done.
I have had that, maybe like Dana, I've had that experience happen quite a few times, and it's so unnecessary. And not necessarily the coach speak kind of thing, but just the question that's asked and the look and the response like you're an idiot and why are you even asking that?
A lot of these athletes and coaches.
And not just from a coach, from players too. It's just...
Here's something everybody already knows. A lot of pro athletes and coaches are dickheads.
Yeah.
They're self-absorbed douchebags. Anyway, this isn't the first time Sean Payton had a testy exchange with a member of the Denver media. Just last week, he called out some newspaper writer for not making eye contact with him when he asked questions.
Oh,
My
shut
goodness.
up.
Look me in the eye like a man.
God.
Well, most of us can't make eye contact with Sean Payton because we know deep down we don't deserve to. Most of you aren't smart enough to even understand Sean Payton.
Yeah, you're right.
He's so above most of us. I'm rooting for the guy. I like his style.
You're rooting for which guy?
Sean Payton.
Oh, okay.
I've always liked that guy.
Well, I will say he's an outstanding coach, and Denver is the number one seed in the AFC. And when Peyton showed up, they were in shambles as an organization. So you got to give him a ton of credit for what he's done.
He's a wonderful. At least that little beat reporter had Sean Payton mad at him and not the Texas rattlesnake.
That was, I was just next to you, and that was one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Yeah.
I've never been so jealous of a story in my life.
Yeah, you should tell that story for people that don't know it.
At a press conference, Stone Cold Steve Austin went after me.
This was a SummerSlam press conference.
SummerSlam 98.
Yep.
99, actually.
99.
Well, what do you know about wrestling?
He was sitting elbow to elbow with the don't tell me I'm trying to go back to his original nickname, with the Brahma Bull. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake, was sitting elbow to elbow with the Brahma Bull. Now folks know him as The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. And we were second row or something for this SummerSlam press conference. Vincent Kennedy McMahon was there, The Undertaker, the billion-dollar princess Stephanie McMahon Helmsley Levesque, Triple H, otherwise known as Paul Levesque. Everyone was there. And Stone Cold and The Rock had portrayed themselves, of course, on television as bitter rivals, but at this press conference, they were both just drinking beer out of a wax cup and having fun with each other. So I stood up and I said, what's this gimmick here? Why are you guys all buddy-buddy now, but last night on SmackDown, one of you ran the other over with a beer truck? I don't like this. What are you two guys doing? And Stone Cold Steve Austin stood up and said, to steal a line from my friend The Rock, why don't you shut your candy ass up and go to... Well, I forgot what exactly he said.
He threatened you with some violence, but yeah, it was one of The Rock sayings.
What did The Rock used to say?
He'd shine something up, but that's not what he said.
It was... anyway, he called me a jabroni and told me to shut my hole.
And both of us looked at each other like you just won the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so excited.
It's exactly what I was going for, and I got it.
God, if Stone Cold ever swore at me, I would just die and go to heaven.
That was a fun moment.
I bet.
Here's something for you dorks who actually bother with NFL pregame shows. You should know this. CBS has upped and added total pain-in-the-ass Captain Death Rocks to their NFL Today program for the remainder of the playoff.
What's he going to add?
Well, it's controversy, I'm sure. He's got that edginess to him.
I know.
What's he going to say next?
Yeah, I mean, all he ever did was wet his jock in the playoffs. What can he add to a conversation about playoff football?
Mm-hmm.
It's that Atlanta Falcon connection. Matt Ryan left, and so they bring in Kirk Cousins, right?
Oh, sure.
I'll have to go along with it. Oh, here it was. Stone Cold stole a line from the Rock. A listener helped me out with this because I've told the story so many times. Stone Cold stole a line from The Rock and said, "Know your role and shut your mouth."
That's it. Yep.
That's right. Okay. There's that national championship college football game coming up Monday.
That hasn't happened yet?
No.
Jesus.
We're dragging it out until nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to the game and you want to park your motor vehicle, it says here the cheapest parking on stadium grounds for the national championship football game next Monday is $747.
Good Lord.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Randy Shaver.
$747 to park?
On stadium grounds.
Some of those ticket prices are outrageous, too.
That's a
Come
joke.
on.
I couldn't believe it.
Come on.
I mean, some people were paying $10,000 a ticket. Well, Ashley, was it you that went to a concert where parking was over $100? Was it like Taylor Swift or Metallica or something?
No,
Okay, maybe
I
that was
wouldn't
a
pay,
text.
but maybe I've heard of people paying that much, especially for the Taylor Swift concerts.
Do you remember that, Nick? We were talking about parking prices once, and
Yeah.
somebody said I think it was Metallica or Taylor Swift, they went well over $100 to
That
park.
rings a bell. Way before there was a Taylor Swift, I remember going to the old Metrodome. Now we've got the new I remember going to the old Metrodome. I don't remember what it was for, a football game or a concert or so. This was years ago. When I saw that parking, and it was real close, when I saw that parking was $50, it blew my friggin' brains out to think that parking would be $50. Now we're talking about $747 is the cheapest parking on the stadium grounds for that football game on Monday.
The get-in-the-door price, if you want to go to that game on Monday night and sit in Section 329, row 26, $2,882.
Yeah, and some people paid like $22,000.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just the cheapest ticket to get in the building.
What have we done?
What is going on? It's just so bad.
What have we become? And that question could bring us to a lot of topics.
Right.
There is a huge discount if you just simply cross the street from that $747 parking spot. On the other side of the street, those parking spots are only $280.
Oh, what a discount.
Yeah, but when I first saw that $50 price, I thought, that's it.
And that's at the old Metrodome.
Yeah, many years ago.
That's nuts.
Many years.
You're right, though. I mean, back to SummerSlam. SummerSlam's coming back to U.S. Bank Stadium in this summer, obviously.
They will be slamming?
Yeah. They're holding it in December. SummerSlam's in December this year.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
But I've been talking with friends. Like, I don't know if we'll be afford to go. I had a buddy last year who went to SummerSlam because it's 2 nights, remember? 2 nights. He went to night 1 with his kid. He sat in the way back. It was like $450 a ticket. You're basically just watching the Jumbotron at that point because you can't see the ring, really.
Yeah, that's...
I'm sorry, how much a ticket?
$450.
Oh, wow.
To sit in the way upper deck with him and his son.
Oh, my goodness.
And he said, you're in the building, but you're just watching the Jumbotron. Yeah, because you can't see 2 guys in the ring wrestling.
Well, the problem is that there are people out there that can afford it.
Right.
And as long as people can afford it, and as long as they can fill it up, they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Pigs Jets tonight here in St. Paul.
State of hockey.
I bet it'll be a carnival-like atmosphere at the rink tonight.
Yeah, the Jets are high-flying.
They are a high-flying club, Randy Shaver.
They're only 20 points behind the Wild.
Oh, are they not that strong?
They're dead last in the Central. I think they're dead last in the NHL.
Well, what the hell
Pretty
happened?
close.
What happened to my Winnipeg? I bet it'll be a carnival-like atmosphere. A bunch of cowboy hat-wearing Canadians coming into town. I bet they're planning on staying the weekend, too. Just to warn you. I bet they're planning on staying the weekend. the Pigs have once again been linked to a big-name player as far as a possible trade goes. And every turn I make nowadays, there's a new article popping up saying, Bill Guerin's going to make another deal.
Yep.
Bill Guerin's
Yep.
going to make another Bill Guerin,
Yep.
Bill Guerin, Bill Guerin.
And they're all saying like it'll be a big deal. Like
big,
something
giant,
shocking.
star player, knock your D in the dirt, all-time, all Hall of Fame.
Freak out the league.
Freak on a leash. And this is going to be funny because with all that said, I'm going to name this player that's been rumored in trades, and you're going to say, who? New York Rangers winger Artemi Panarin. Dana, when's the last time you wore your Artemi Panarin jersey?
It's currently in the dry cleaners.
Is
but
it?
I'm getting it back today, and I'll probably wear it this weekend.
So there you go. That's just one of the rumors, and then people keep talking about Sidney Crosby and Lemieux and Gretzky and Ron Duguay and Harold Snepps. Oh, the list goes on and on.
Charlie Conway.
Randy, do you remember Harold Snepps?
Oh, sure I do. He looked like Roger Buxton. The former broadcaster,
right.
Roger Buxton.
If you're a young hockey fan, it's amazing the difference. It doesn't even have to do with hockey. The difference in appearance, general appearance, for athletes today and athletes 30.
Yes.
Harold Snepps looked like a guy who fixed lawnmowers in your neighborhood. But yet
the name kind of sounds like that.
He played for the North Stars. Harold Snepps.
Oh, you did. You
Comb over, mustache.
Yeah.
He looked like
he does not look like an athlete.
Nope, but he played. He was a defenseman in the NHL for decades.
So he must have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he was a shutdown defender. I don't think he couldn't handle the puck any better than a 7th grader. But he was a big body.
1975 to 91.
Good. Yep. He was a big body. He was a stay-at-home defender. He'd drop the mitts.
Well, they all dropped the mitts.
Well,
back
yeah.
then.
I mean, put a picture of Harold Snepps up against Brock Faber, and you're going to say, how did these two guys have the same occupation?
You know how, like, in the 70s, all the TV shows, the janitors looked exactly the same? He kind of looks like a 70s TV janitor.
Yeah, he looked like the go-to guy at your neighborhood bar and grill. And I love when we can talk about people like Harold. So the rumor is that Pigs might trade for Rangers winger Artemi Panarin. He is an offensive threat. He's a kind of guy that can put the biscuit in the... But you know what I heard? You know, you got to give up something to get something.
Yeah.
That maybe they'd be trading, not directly saying for Panarin, but when they need to make the supposed big trade, they'll have to dump the Russian kid. Goaltender, Jesper Wallstedt.
Oh.
Jesper Wallstedt! So there you go.
When is the trading deadline in
early
the NHL?
March, I believe.
Okay.
Early March.
All right.
Days short of Cubby's 51st birthday, which is in late March.
That's correct.
Plan for it now, Randy Shaver.
Forget it.
They're probably a little bit desperate in St. Paul for a win. They haven't won a game in St. Paul in a long time. They've lost 4 straight.
Really?
At home, yes.
Jesus.
Well, they've barely been there, I suppose.
They lost 2 before the long Western road trip, and they've lost 2 after.
Oh.
So it's been almost a month, maybe.
Well, they better
since
get there.
the last time they won in St. Paul.
You got to get the power play going. You guys got to start winning.
You got to shoot the puck.
This is on the fans. You're right. Mm-hmm. They got to remind them when to shoot.
Yeah, shoot the puck.
What does this mean? Someone just texted in and it says Wallstedt is Sweden. That's a lot of pressure.
Maybe they mean Swedish.
A lot of pressure to put on one guy.
Yeah.
He is Sweden? What the hell was that line in that movie? Whatever. Bonkers Pizza, we are pizza. What do you mean you are pizza? What the hell was that movie? Hoppo's Pizza, we are pizza. What do you mean you are pizza? I don't know. It's just something we got to say. Come on, what movie was that?
I can't think of it.
I don't recognize it.
I guess we can save some of the rest of this stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow is our Friday.
Are you sad that the Twins have designated for assignment Mickey Gasper?
Oh,
that
God.
the Mickey Gasper era may be over for the Twins?
Speaking of a guy who doesn't exactly scream athlete when you're looking at him.
Sad day if the Mickey Gasper era is over for the Twins.
Well, the guy played his heart out. We did get to see his only career home run.
Yes, that's true.
I think it was at Yankee Stadium, was it not? Mickey Gasper. Yes, I am saddened by the news. Oh, and the movie where a guy says, Boner's Pizza, we are pizza. And then the other guy says, what do you mean? That's Talladega Nights, the adventures of
Ricky Bobby.
Huggalow's Pizza.
Oh, he's delivering pies for Huggalow's.
Oh, right.
I don't even remember that part.
I think he's on his BMX bicycle, is he not?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Traffic is honking at him and whatnot.
Boy, that movie is 20 years old.
No, it's not.
What?
Man, you got girlfriends younger than that.
That's crazy,
That's
dude.
not true. Yuck.
Tomorrow's our Friday, Randy Shaver, okay?
Sounds good.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag. I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
Everything up until this point has been an outside look at the World Cup, and now we're giving people an inside look. It is just total pressure cooker.
Watching flags come out of little plastic balls is like the epitome of everything that I love, and the World Cup is everything. It's why I became a soccer fan.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's Dr. Andrea.
Here to save you about $5,000 and answer your pet questions. It's Dr. Andrea
on the 93X Half-assed morning show.
Ashley, if you ever struggle with the 9 part of 90.
My throat gave out a little.
You can pronounce it nong.
Nong.
If you like.
It's kind of like a tomato type of thing. Actually.
Are you all right?
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah,
all right?
that was weird. You
got attacked.
Yeah, something crept up on me.
I don't know what.
I looked around for a sniper. Didn't know what happened to
For
you.
real.
Thursday morning. Appreciate you listening to our radio show, the 93X Half-assed Morning Show. Let's see if we can help your house pets, along with our very knowledgeable friend, Dr. Andrea Johnston from Gurman Animal Hospital in Minnetonka, has sat down in a chair here in studio. Feel free to text in a question for Dr. Andrea. Our text number brought to you by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Our text number goes by 651-989-9393. How have you been, Andrea?
Great. Back at it. Holidays over.
Yeah. Daily grind.
Right?
That's it.
Yep,
That's it. They've turned the screws on you once again.
We had an animal-related mystery yesterday morning. What we've learned was it appeared a raccoon had pooped on a big wad of chewing tobacco right outside the front door of the building here.
It's probably still there. I should have given you a heads up. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty gross, right?
How did you identify it as raccoon poop?
Chat GPT.
Oh, yeah, that's
take
how
a
it was.
picture and
Yeah, we
do have
uploaded
a picture of it.
We did more than take a picture.
Well, we
that's
actually
true.
Field trip out there?
I brought it in studio.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Dana brought it in for inspection.
Dana, you need to get checked for parasites.
Well, that's what ChatGPT said be careful if you encounter raccoon poop. They said it was roundworm is something you need to worry about.
That's
Dr.
a nasty
Andrea,
bug.
it was 2 days old, the turds. So we thought maybe the cold weather killed Dana's chances of getting ringworm.
Hopefully.
Okay, hopefully she
it kinda
says.
Depends on the.
And I basically wrapped my entire hand in an entire roll of paper towel.
Wow.
Okay, does that help him?
You just raw dogged it. You
Yeah.
just picked it up.
Yeah, that happened yesterday.
We have a shovel right out front that he could have used, but yeah, he just grabbed it by it.
And I put it in a cardboard box I found in the mailroom and brought it on in here.
Would you be interested in seeing a picture? With,
I get lots of poop pictures.
Yeah. With
Happy
your
to look at
expertise, do you think you could identify raccoon dung?
I don't know. I mean, you could differentiate between that and some other things for sure.
If you want to, I think Ashley has a picture on her phone.
Oh, yeah. Send it on over.
Ignore the big fat wad of chewing tobacco. It wasn't me. But somebody, that was the real oddity of it all, was right out front of our door. It's probably still there. Right out front of our door, there were these turds surrounded by this big wad of discarded chew. So Andrea's looking at the picture.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a larger rodent for sure.
Okay.
Just based on yeah.
What other options could there be? A possum?
A possum, but possum, I mean, I've had experience with possums in my chicken poop, and that's not, or chicken coop, and that's not what their poop looks like. So I would put my money on a raccoon.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I've seen them around here, so.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, man, if there's one thing that the U of M has, raccoons and squirrels.
The squirrels, definitely.
Because the students are always drunk, dropping wings and pizza on the ground, and they thrive here, raccoons and
You know what
squirrels.
else we get? It's been a while, but we used to get a lot of geese that would just, litter the parking lot with turds.
Yeah.
And then, remember, Nick, was it crows?
Turkeys.
No, in the tree.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We every once in a while
There's like
there will
hundreds
be
of
a
them.
bunch of crows.
It's a gathering site. Huh?
It's so scary.
Oh, it is. It's like an Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Yeah, that usually happens in the summertime, and you walk out there, and you're like, you can feel them watching you.
Yeah.
This is ominous.
Isn't the correct term a murder of crows?
Yes,
Yes,
murder.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Josh. I remember the crows almost bent a tree right over by how many of them were.
crazy.
But also, we get that uglier than the day is long family of turkeys that walks through our property.
I forgot about them.
They're not very pretty.
No, and they just are so clueless and obstinate and stubborn, and they don't want to move.
Yeah, I hate when
They
they're
must
standing by your car.
Breed like crazy because we have some in our neighborhood. I mean, it's
They're
dozens
all
of
over.
them.
I know, they're all over. This just reminded me, like a month ago, I woke up on a Saturday morning and there was a raccoon in the middle of my street. And it was neurologic, seizuring, screaming. Clearly, it probably had distemper or rabies.
Wow.
Oh, no.
So I called the city thinking they'd come out and humanely grab the raccoon. And I watched them pull up, get out of their car, look at the raccoon, get back in their car, and just drive over it.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
And my kids are watching. My husband and I are watching. I could have done something more humane with that raccoon.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that right?
They just drove over it.
That is traumatizing.
That is
Picked
absolutely
it up
nuts.
and threw it in their vehicle.
I mean, there's something to say about putting a sick animal out of its misery. But
Agreed.
what other? I don't know. What else are they going to do? Hit it with a shovel?
I don't think they wanted to shoot it in broad daylight, 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning in a neighborhood. I don't know, but instead they got out, looked at each other, got back in the car, and just gunned it.
Dude. Were they laughing?
They kind of like shrugged their shoulders, like, "Hey, I guess this is what we'll do," and jumped back in the car.
Oh,
That's-
no.
Those
I know.
city workers, man, they're cold-blooded.
Horrible. I was so upset.
They're a cold-blooded group. Years ago, at a park, there was a raccoon stuck in a trash can. Where you know how those trash cans you can push that door inward to throw but there's no. So the raccoon dove into a trash can with that inward-outward door, and it couldn't get out. And a cop swings by, and everyone's like, hey, you might want to do something here. There's a raccoon in the trash can. And the cop says, really? Yeah. And the cop opens up that little flap, and it was kind of funny watching a cop go, ah! Because he did right away. He saw the damn thing. And he just got out his service revolver or whatever they call it in the business. He stuck his arm in the trash can, turned away, and just went, bop!
Oh, my God.
Why?
And that was the end of that.
No more animal in the garbage.
So
I don't.
It's already in the garbage. You're good there. Yeah.
Got a person, they're trash pandas. Got a person here that says, we're getting a golden retriever puppy next week, about 8 weeks old when they get him.
Cute.
How soon do we bring it to the vet for a checkup? He'll have some initial shots and screenings before coming home.
Yeah, I usually recommend within the first week bringing a puppy in to get examined by a vet. Because sometimes you'll find things like a heart murmur or a bite, like a malocclusion with their, like an overbite or underbite, and hernias and all those things that maybe the vet that looked at the dog at the breeder didn't look at.
Little puppy hernia.
Yeah, it's good to just kind of get establish a relationship with the vet and get a look at the dog.
Along the line of heart murmurs, it ties. There's another texter from Tall Enough to Save Your Mom's Knees, Jesus. Not sure what that means. Said, we have a 14-week-old kitten found out has heart murmurs. How serious is this, and what can be done?
Yeah. So if you have a 14-week-old kitten with a heart murmur, you worry that there's something congenital with the heart, meaning something abnormal structurally. So I would have that cat seen. I would take chest x-rays, and I would have it seen by a cardiologist. They can do an echo, just like people.
A little cat cardiologist.
Everything's so little, isn't it?
It's adorable.
A little puppy hemorrhoid. What did we say?
Hernia.
Little puppy hernia. A little kitty heart murmur. Everything's little and cute. You might have developed a heart murmur watching the city run over that raccoon a couple.
I was so mad.
This is a really interesting question sent in. Why isn't there birth control for cats? Is there?
Well, spaying them and neutering them.
Oh, why didn't that dawn on me?
Yeah,
I mean,
thought that was...
Yeah, I mean, they can breed. They for sure can breed. That, spaying them is the only way you can minimize that.
I don't know why that didn't dawn on me. I guess it wasn't that interesting a question after all.
Me either, don't worry. At first, I didn't think of that either.
But you're right.
No way.
Kitties, cats, boy, they pump out family members. Do they not?
Yep. I mean, when a male is around, they start to go into heat. So,
that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Christ almighty.
Metal Detecting Jesus says, my daughter's been adding water to our cat's wet food, just given once a day. Is this necessary / beneficial?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an older cat, for sure, because it helps keep those kidneys hydrated. I mean, if it's a younger cat, you don't really need to do that, but it's really good for kidney disease and constipation in cats.
We've practiced that over the years with our old cat.
A little water in the wet food?
A little water in the wet food. He has to lap it up, and he gets a little hydration, and everybody in the house can rest easy. Is there any kind of special options, Dr. Andrea? We're speaking with Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital. You can get a hold of us at 651-989-9393. Special options for training a deaf dog. This is a listener sent us a picture of his dog, Charlie. Real original name, right, Dana?
Yeah, very original. Especially when it's a schnoodle, too.
It looked like a, boy, I wish I could show you the dog. It looked like a handsome character. But anyway, he's deaf.
Is he white? Is he all white?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Is he a boxer?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a genetic thing.
You are a friggin' expert, aren't you?
My goodness.
Wow.
That is exactly the dog.
That was like a Jedi mind trick.
White boxers are known to be deaf. It's
Really?
a genetic, yeah. So they're usually born deaf.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would train that dog on hand signals.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, my dogs know some hand signals.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you know, is there a place where the owner can bring Charlie to begin that process?
I would say most trainers use hand signals to train. So I would look into any type of training facility near them and just inquire if they use hand signals.
That's unbelievable that you were able to determine the color and the breed of the dog. What's
That's impressive.
What's the most common dog to go blind? Is there an answer to that question? What's the most common dog to be obese?
Oh gosh, a beagle.
A beagle?
Oh, really?
I mean, they can
That's
eat
cute,
until
though.
they explode.
Yeah, they are friggin' trash compactors.
Yeah, they are.
They are vacuums.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Are there other dogs? Would there have been a close second for deaf dogs? Or?
Actually, Great Danes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there are some Great Danes that have that genetic
No
component.
wonder they
to
don't
it.
do anything you tell them to, Joe.
Oh, interesting.
That is really interesting, and you're right about beagles. I got a buddy who's got, well, he had 2 for a stretch of time. And, of course, it was just madness at their house. The constant hollering and baying. And,
they're a lot.
You cannot take your eyes off your food for 2 seconds. They'll climb up your back and take it right out of your yap if they have.
That stresses me out.
Yeah,
Food motivated.
They get big.
This is Iron Range Jesus has a working dog, a British Lab. Do I need to get any protective shots for snakes, ticks, or disease? She loves chasing pheasants and grouse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for sure, Lyme disease. I'd get the Lyme vaccine and make sure you're using preventative, flea and tick prevention and heartworm prevention. If you're in South Dakota, if you're in southern Minnesota, or if you're like in Arizona, yes, make sure you get rattlesnake training done. It is really cool.
Training?
Yeah, so they train a lot of dogs in the South to stay away from that rattlesnake noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they go towards it when they hear it, and then they get bit.
Probably sounds like a toy.
Yeah. There is the rattlesnake vaccine, too. We don't carry it here where we are, but
They train dogs to steer clear of the rattlesnake. That's a very smart move. You said that this guy has a working dog, Jeff?
Yeah.
I'm a dog. I'm a working dog. I'm a hard working dog. Anyone else remember that one?
Yeah, I know that
Andrea?
song.
no.
Yeah, that was Josh. Do you remember where you saw it?
Oh, it's a commercial.
Was it a cartoon?
It was a segment. No, it wasn't a cartoon. It was a segment on, I believe, Sesame Street, or it could have been Mr. Rogers.
No, it was Sesame Street.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Sesame Street. I think. Let me see.
When I was a kid, I'd watch Sesame Street, and they would do whatever they normally, what the hell they do, puppets and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they had a video of working dogs.
Yep, that was Sesame
herding sheep and helping farmers.
Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember that.
And there was this little banjo song in the background that would sing, I'm a dog, I'm a working dog, I'm a hard working dog. And then they'd say, here's Rover, he does.
That's cute.
Text me if you're.
Sounds great.
651-989-93. If you remember that song from, I was fascinated by the videos that accompanied that song. A Great Dane with a toe infection, Dr. Andrea, has had a toe infection since last September. His nail bed seems to be removed away from his nail, and his toe is swelled up.
Oof.
Has been on several antibiotics and anti-inflammatories. It keeps coming back. Any advice there?
Yeah, I've had a couple of these lately. Take an x-ray of the toe, see if there's any bone destruction. That could be one of 2 things. Nail bed tumor, melanoma in the nail bed is very common, or osteomyelitis, infection of the bone. And honestly, depending on what toe it is, I just did this a couple weeks ago with 2 dogs, actually. Just amputate the digit. Just get rid of it because you're going to be dealing with it forever. And a lot of times by removing the digit, it's curative and you biopsy it and get the answer.
Wow.
If it's a middle digit, those are kind of the weight bearing. But if it's a lateral digit, like the 5th and the middle, the inner one, they do fine without it.
They're fine without
They're
it.
totally fine.
Do they get to keep it?
If they want.
Yeah.
Well, you actually got to send it in for biopsy, so no. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something, Josh, if your dog's amputated toe became its favorite chew toy?
Just put it on its collar.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he's looking at it saying, this thing looks familiar, but I'm not sure where to place it. Well, you know all about dogs with missing limbs.
Yeah, she'd eat that up. Thank you
Ashley's
for the snack.
Dog chewed its own.
I have a
It
few
seems
of her
so barbaric
nails.
to do, like take off a limb or a digit, but it's oftentimes curative,
Sure.
and they do fine.
Yeah.
I like how this text starts right here. Dr. Vet Person.
Love it.
Is there something I can do to help my dog from being gassy all the time?
Is it a bulldog?
They don't say.
No. So sometimes they take in too much air when they eat. So you could try and change the way they eat. Lift up the bowl, put it on something, a stool.
Oh, yeah.
You could slow their eating by putting it in a slow feeding bowl or on a cookie sheet and spread out the kibble.
Oh, we had one of those slow, it looked like a maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you might need to switch up the diet. the protein in the diet.
Yeah.
They're just gassy. Maybe there's too much fiber in it.
I remember when I used to give my dog a lot of pepperonis.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty bad.
And he loved them so damn much. I didn't have the heart to shut him down completely on pepperoni, and it made his breath just unbearable. But he loved them so damn much. I had to live with some things during that time period. Dog loved pepperonis.
They do kind of look good.
I tried one.
Did you?
Yeah, they're not.
No, they're not.
I tried
Yeah,
one.
they're not good at all.
It just kind of tastes. It tastes chemically.
Yuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried a pepperoni once, and it was unpleasant.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Tastes like I just licked an airplane battery or something like that.
It's Dr. Andrea
On the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
We got a few more minutes where we can visit with Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital, and maybe she can field a couple more questions from our wonderful listening audience. Andrea told us a fascinating story earlier, somewhat troubling, yet fascinating. She mentioned that she awoke one day and there was a raccoon in the middle of her street, and it was convulsing around in the street. It was hollering out.
Yeah. Neurologic.
So next thing you know, a couple boys roll up from the city in the city work truck, and they kind of checked out the raccoon laying there, and they got back in their truck, and they backed over the sumbitch. Got a text from Peterbilt Jesus who said, well, I guess now I know what happened to my pet raccoon that I trained to breakdance.
Yeah, sad ending to that.
That raccoon story, it kind of sounds like something that happened in Pawnee, Indiana, in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you guys watch Animal Control?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
That would totally happen on Animal Control.
Definitely happen on Animal Control.
This is a sitcom where they chase dogs and cats
Yeah,
around.
that's a funny show.
Yeah, it is.
Craig's dad did that for a living in the documentary Friday. Anyway, fascinating questions this morning. Great answers from Dr. Andrea. It's been fun again. Let's see what we can squeeze in. A dog with blastomycosis.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
He's been on various antifungal meds since July. So first off, what is that?
So blastomycosis is a fungal infection that you can get from soil. So mainly like on lake shores. So Wisconsin's a breeding ground, northern Minnesota, even Lake Minnetonka out west, we see it. So it is a nasty fungal infection that can present anywhere. We can see it in the eye, we can see it in the lungs, we can see it on the skin.
This dog in particular has it in the lungs.
Yeah.
On antibiotics, on steroids, or at least they've tried.
And antifungals, which are crazy expensive to
Okay.
get, and you have to treat sometimes lifelong because it usually comes back.
That was where they were going with this was, how long should I expect it? Does it go away? Does it stay forever?
Usually I run a urine blasto test a year after treatment and see if it's negative. If it's negative, I treat for a little bit longer and stop treatment, but I've been burned before. It just comes right back.
That does sound rough. The guy said, and I'm not trying to be cute with that, the guy says his dog has a cough.
Yeah.
Ah.
When it's in the
Poor
lungs,
puppy.
it's worrisome to clear. It's hard to clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad.
This person has a kitty, going to be 7 years old, been a puker his whole life. They say, twins, yeah, Ashley too. They say they just recently learned that's not normal for cats, so they switched to a sensitive stomach food. However, he also has anal gland problems, so they bring him in every 6 months to get those expressed. So they have him on a high-fiber food. Now he's switching to sensitive stomach. Do you have any suggestions on a cat food brand or type for him based on those symptoms?
Yeah, I mean, cats vomit, and if he's always been a vomiter and it's not increasing in frequency, my guess is that's just his MO. But you could do, I really like a Purina Pro Plan sensitive skin and stomach, salmon, some different protein source you could try. A lot of that food's not going to help with anal gland issues, switching it up. Unfortunately, if they have anal gland issues, they have anal gland issues.
Is that as bad as dogs, like the smell?
Yeah,
That's
it's
rough.
worse.
Oh, is it
Honestly,
worse?
Cat anal glands, I think, are worse than dog.
I've never experienced that with the cat, but with the dog, that's out of control.
Yeah.
It's a smell like no other.
Yeah.
It's gross.
That's true. It's its own thing. It's very chemically. It's weird. It's
There's nothing you can compare to it.
So powerful.
I don't know this term, Dr. Andrea. Listener has texted in wondering why dogs get the chatters. I don't know what he means by that. Do you?
Oh, like chattering its teeth.
Oh,
is my
yeah.
guess.
My dog Jaeger does that, and it's usually if he's trying to like lick one of my other dogs and I yell at him to stop, then he'll sit there and do that. And it stresses me out watching.
I have a dog that does it in his sleep.
Well, if it's in the sleep, if they're like dreaming.
Yeah, if he's dreaming.
I've also noticed that there's
Very
usually
violent.
like extra drool when he's doing that too.
So oftentimes it's reflux. It's GERD. It's like just like people get where they have excess gastric acid coming up in their esophagus and they'll chatter. Sometimes it can be arthritis in the jaw, and sometimes it could be a tooth issue, but a lot of times it's a GI issue, like
That's
reflux.
too bad.
So like heartburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you can try Pepcid and see if that helps, just like what you would buy over the counter for a person. But a lot of times it is reflux.
They get the teeth chattering together. Sure. I've seen that a time or two.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit earlier about diets and whatnot for dogs. Here's a guy who texted in simply to say, every time my dog jumps up or down, she farts.
That's awesome.
It's like my grandmother on a set of stairs.
I had a grandma like that.
You don't need to comment on that. Gum overgrowth. Gum overgrowth is bothering an 8-year-old boxer.
I was going to say, is it a boxer?
Bet that looks funny.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll just say the condition. You guessed the dog. A boxer. We've talked earlier about a boxer that was deaf.
Yep. White boxers.
Okay. Gum overgrowth. Best way to fix this?
Yeah, so you actually go in and do a gingivectomy where you cut back the gingival tissue. If the dog's on cyclosporin, that's a medication that can cause gingival hyperplasia, but boxers just get it in general. So you got to go in and actually cut that gum tissue back.
Yeah.
Because tartar and food and hair collect under it. So it's good to clean it up periodically by cutting it back.
I'm going to try to look up some problems for dogs, and then Dr. Andrea can guess the dog.
Ooh, I like that game.
Yeah.
This person says, my 8-year-old cat's getting real chubby. The vet said to feed her half a cup twice a day, but she's still packing on the weight. Should we reduce food more, or is it possible something else is wrong?
I mean, it depends on the size of the cat. Usually an average size cat, like 12-ish pounds, 12 to 15 pounds, I say half a cup a day.
Oh,
a full
really?
cup a day is a lot.
I have no idea what we feed our cat.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I a quarter cup twice a day.
A quarter cup twice a day.
I'm sorry if I said that wrong.
That's usually pretty average. If the cat's still not losing weight, you might want to consider like a weight management food. Get a laser pen and have that cat run some laps in your family room.
I feel bad using those because they just want to get it so bad.
I know, but it keeps them stimulated.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
They're usually outdoor looking for their food.
All right. I'm going to name the condition. You
Ooh.
guess
Here we go.
the most common dog that it affects.
All right.
Dermatitis.
Golden Retriever. Every dog.
Every dog gets it?
Yeah, that's very generic.
Okay. Oh, then
Yeah,
forget that
yeah.
one. Forget that one. Here we go. This is off the cuff. I'm scrolling on a computer. Bloat.
Oh, Great Dane. German Shepherd.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
we had
one.
a German Shepherd that got
Golden
that.
Retriever.
Cool.
Yeah. We trusted dogs.
So, yeah, sadly, we lost a dog to that.
Yeah.
The list is actually quite long, but you named the dog on the top of the list.
Yeah,
Great
deep-chested.
Dane. Hip or elbow dysplasia.
Oof. Gosh, that's like
Another-
Labrador Retrievers, Boxers, German Shepherds, Pit Bulls.
Yeah. I'm trying to find one that's more, what's the word I'm looking for,
Like
Jo?
tailored to the breed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go right ahead. We'll try one more, Josh, if you have another question. I'll try to find one that's more tailored to a certain breed.
Sure. Any medical recommendations to help with anxiety from car rides? My Aussie drools so much we go through an entire towel of slobber.
Oh.
Sometimes you got to differentiate that from car sickness, because if they're car sick, they'll drool too versus anxiety. You could get some meclizine or Dramamine over the counter and try it 2 hours before traveling in the morning. If that doesn't do it, then I would call your vet and ask for some trazodone or maybe some Prozac, something along those lines to help. Gabapentin.
Is there a way to tell the difference?
You just have to try different meds and figure out, are you better on the anti-motion sickness meds.
Okay.
I think that's what your favorite baseball player, Max Kepler, is on, Ashley. Trazodone.
Yep.
All right. This is the dog condition where I found the shortest list of breeds that are susceptible to. I'm going to do my best here. Brachiocephalic obstructive. First off, what's that first?
Brachiocephalic obstructive disease or syndrome.
Yes,
Yeah.
brachiocephalic obstructive airway syndrome. Here we go, Dr. Andrea. Let's get a good one here on the way out.
Bulldog.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Very nice.
Also on the list, pugs.
Yep.
With that snorty breathing
little
that they.
nose.
Yep.
Thanks again, Dr. Andrea. We've had a great time.
Super fun.
I hope you don't see any more horror shows out your front window.
Yeah,
anytime
my
soon.
God.
Children running to hide under their blankets because a raccoon has been crushed to
Got
death
tire tracks on it.
so
Says
bad.
Goodyear.
by a couple of college kids on break working for the city.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what it looked like.
Jeez Louise. It was awesome, though.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good luck to Tonka TIG welding Jesus on his MRI this morning. Happy birthday to Skin and Bones with Big Boobs Jesus from NBA Jesus. And happy 13th to Peyton, a.k.a. Spawning Diamonds Jesus from Mom, Beer and Pizza Jesus.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Happy New Year, podcast pals. Dana here to give my daily love to everybody at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a quick brag, I'm a Smart Club member. And yeah, it's a big deal because when the polar vortex hits, your house will let you know real fast. That's why right now is honestly the best time to do comfort upgrades. Standard's running a ton of specials right now. Things like whole home humidifiers to fix that dry winter air, UV lights to help keep the air cleaner, and ERVs that bring in that fresh air without dumping the heat. Trust me, you will notice a difference in a big way. Be cozy this winter. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930. Online at standardheating.com.